It's Saturday, baby.
So, welcome everybody to an episode of Call of Cthulhu. I'm back in the DM chair.
Boo!
You suck!
Well, I guess it's over. Everyone roll 2d6, and that's how many bodies that the Cthulhu, or whatever.
I got 6!
I rolled 2 zeros.
Alright.
He said 6s.
I got 9.
I heard him.
Alright. So,
My 6s are special.
we are going to be playing a module from the starter set, which is actually really amazing.
That's book 3.
Well, there's the first book, the second book, and the third book. Third book is about all the modules. Second book, I believe, is it's a choose-your-own-adventure kind of way to learn how to play the game.
I'm pretty sure it's a
And-
magazine. That's magazine.
That's neat. Don't mind him. He's
Well,
actually-
I'm
yeah,
dying.
we do that to everyone, Dylan included.
I know, I'm slowly dying. But
We're supposed to be
Not
one
that
dying,
slow.
not you.
yeah. All right. So, you have all been asked to join me on this adventure. Thank you for coming. And
Please make the changes to the story as requested. The victim's name and occupation, please.
sadly, I'm going to have to decline that request. All right. But as investigators tonight, you are all being summoned by a man by the name of Rupert Merriweather. Sorry.
Rupert. Yes.
And just so that everyone can kind of learn your characters and maybe a little bit of backstory about you, we're going to start with, Blake.
Introductions?
Yeah, introductions. Sorry, words escape me.
So we're gonna start with Blake.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Who are you?
I am. My name is John Horst Tobin. I am actually from London. I studied at Oxford University for a bit, and I'm over back in the Americas working with Miskatonic University over some stuff, and I'm a field researcher type thing. I specialize in, occult, spooky stuff, history, anthropology, usual stuff. A little bit of engineering on the side because you gotta have a hobby.
All right. Wonderful. And is there any way that you think you and Rupert knew each other? Like, how would you...
How old was Rupert?
He was going to be, I think, 65.
He was actually a mentor at one point for me.
Okay.
I was did a sort of a field study, then some archaeology, anthropology on the side, and he was head of the dig site,
All right. You,
or at least in charge in some ways.
wonderful.
No, we'll chat.
Good. All right. So,
Great.
Jamie, who are you playing today?
Oh,
And
nice.
let it be known that he requested an older character.
I did not request an older character. I requested a brainy character. So
He requested, I
And you got
took a
both.
screenshot, a challenge, and I gave you one
oh
by
boy,
making you old.
My character's more intelligent than his.
It happens.
Where's Avebury? I am 58 years old, unfortunately.
Back in the 20s, that's pretty old.
Yeah, that's actually close to death age. Me and
The death age.
Cthulhu
You just
land,
hit
bro.
60 and you just fall
yeah,
over death.
the
I mean,
the
Rupert.
average
Yeah, good
age
point.
of people that were like dying was like 65, 70.
Yeah, but that is due to the industrial age hitting hard with carbon dioxide in the air. Anyway,
yeah.
Like of ocean.
what do you do for a living, sir?
I am.
Top left.
Occupation.
I'm a language professor.
Wonderful.
Linguistics.
Linguistics.
What languages do you know?
English.
Amazing, sir! Amazing!
Actually, it is only listed here. You also speak Latin,
Latin,
Greek,
Greek.
and Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Yeah,
How do
hieroglyphs.
you speak Egyptian hieroglyphs?
You understand the pictologies.
Well,
You
actually,
can read it, but that's speak.
well, actually, interesting enough, certain symbols create sounds. But it's when they're combined into the pictographs that you can
Yeah,
kind of like tell a story.
A lot of pictograph languages are strictly based on the
Hopefully I know.
U sounds. In case you didn't
So
know that.
vowels?
Yes.
What about Y?
Actually,
Only
I think
sometimes?
they're missing the...
Sometimes.
can you throw me in because I have another language? Just throw one at me.
Sanskrit.
Mandarin.
Babylonian.
Babel.
Ancient or modern Babylonian?
No, I like that for reasons.
Alright. So... And now, how would you know our dear ailing friend Rupert?
We since we're close in age, we actually used to work together. He would come to me from time to time to figure out something, or we'd converse about a topic that he'd have, and do a little bit of problem solving.
Okay, wonderful. Tom, I see this coming.
Arkham Police Detective Dick Hardin.
Proceed.
I am a police detective for the city of Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
I've been known to take part in investigations with a group known as the South 13,
Mm-hmm.
a group of police who handle occult-based crimes that can't be prosecuted.
Okay.
And we handle it in-house.
I understand. And so is that how you know Rupert?
Actually, no. I arrested him in a parked car with what we can only describe as a Dylan.
I see.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. That's going to be a question. Lou, your character.
I am Professor K. Bone. Pleasure to meet you all. You there, with a strange occipital lobe.
Occipital lobe? How dare you?
Yes. You there, with the strange parietal lobe.
Leave my parietal lobes out of
Quite enlarged. Do you
Thank
speak
you.
ancient Babylonian by chance?
No, that's him. I do speak Pig Latin and jive.
He wears tinfoil on his head. He wears tinfoil
No,
on
no,
his
no,
head.
no, no.
Hold
It's
on, I need some
aluminium.
tinfoil.
Are you going to go get tinfoil?
No. But
I mean,
now, how I met Rupert is I actually did some work for him. See, I am a professor of phrenology. The work I have done is he asked me to make him more creative. So a couple thumps in the right spot of the brain, boom, instant inspiration. After the recovery period of about 6 months due to the concussion.
Was that about 6 months ago?
Phrenology. Not lobotomy. Phrenology.
for now.
Might be.
Wait, but how do you learn phrenology if not with lobotomy?
Lobotomy. I don't know.
Anyway, wait a minute. Do you live in Arkham South? Because we've had a string of head injuries there that have been starting about 6 months ago.
Moving on.
All right. And as you said, moving on. All right. So, you've all collectively been asked to join Rupert at a St. Mary Teaching Hospital.
Wait, that's not connected to Miskatonic University, is it?
I would not know the answer to that. I apologize. But you
You
all.
are the DM. Whatever answer you choose is correct.
I apologize. No.
That is correct. All right, moving on.
All right. So you're all summoned to St. Mary Teaching Hospital to an ailing Rupert Merriweather. As you all enter the room, a nurse brings you in. The smell of lemons kind of pervades everything else. It seems like they're just trying to douse the place to make it smell less like death. As you walk forward, you see that Agnes Merriweather, his wife, and Bertrand, his son, are standing by his side. They seem to be conversing in low tones. As you go closer, you see that Rupert seems to be suffering from some kind of lesions across his entire body. Dripping, soaking, most of his body is covered in gauze, but his face has been left mostly uncovered, and the lesions that are on his face are just slowly leaking black fluid. Yeah. Wonderful.
I need to collect the sample for that later.
As you grow closer,
You're not
grow closer. As you get closer, Doggo.
I'm here to check on the mummy.
Yes, he heard zoomies. All right. Yeah, bud. All right. As you walk into the room, Rupert says something to his wife and son, and they exit the room, giving you all glances. None of them have really met you before, so they are kind of confused of why you're given a kind of private talk.
Well, son, I arrested your dad. Do you know what buggery is?
I don't.
And then he is quickly shuffled out of the room.
Yeah, but yes, the mother takes him very quickly out of the room. You were left alone with
You gotta
Rupert.
educate them while they're young.
He looks up at all of you, and
Rupert, you've seen better days.
yes, this began 1 week ago.
Oh,
My hands have been unable to move. My fingernails have left, is the best way I can put it.
Fell off is not the best way to say it.
No.
They receded in?
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And sadly, as I lay here on what I believe to be my deathbed, I realize in my youth, I have made some terrible mistakes. And I will be unable to fulfill those mistakes. And I have... Rectify. Thank you.
I mean, you could fulfill them by
See-
bringing them to completion.
Yeah.
Now my mistakes are complete.
My grasp of the English...
What'd you
language
do? I've
failed.
officially named all of the unnamed ones after different band members.
He explains that in his youth, him and fellow students became involved in what they believed to be an innocent exploration of the occult. Led by a slightly older man named Marion Allen, the six of them purchased an old farmhouse.
Man named Marion.
It says, I hope that's what that said. M-A-R-R...
So they became experimental.
M-A-R-I-O-N. That's Marion, right?
Yeah, Marion.
Yeah. Marion Allen.
Yeah, John's taking.
that's what it
notes on
says.
this.
I miss Marion Raven.
They purchased an old farmhouse a few miles west of Arkham, near the village of Ross's Corners.
I know that farmhouse.
There, they conducted seances and other psychic research in privacy. He says, alas, our work had unforeseen results. Our last experiment summoned an evil force into this world. Instead of attempting to expel the thing, we were afraid and abandoned the old house, confident that the magic that brought the evil to this world would also keep it confined into the vacant house, or send it back after a short time. However, I have since discovered that the spell that binds the entity to the house lasts only as long as the casters live. I am the last of the group, and I fear that upon my death the thing will go free and wreak havoc on the folks thereabouts. I am too old, too ill, and too much of a coward to go back to that house to try and banish the entity myself. I'm guilty of many things, but my deepest sin was unleashing that horror that fateful night. I'm convinced the entity will escape its confinement on my death. He points over to a table in the corner of the room where a object and cloth lay sitting. Take the box. All the aid I can offer you lies within. You must find the courage to send the thing back to where it came from. You must see that this is done. Do this for me, please.
Okay, so now
What kind of thing is it?
it's a lighter and a can of gasoline. We just burned the house down.
No. What, Rupert? What kind of thing was it?
I do not know.
Was it a phantasm? Was it a
What did we
spirit?
find on the desk?
As you go to grab the box,
Just open it.
well, as you go to just even touch it, Merriweather is choked by a sudden spasm. He doubles up, groans, and then coughs forth a huge gout of blood. Was anyone near his bed?
I
Trying
was
to look at
actually
that
close
precious
'cause
noggin.
once you mentioned things from our world, I was interested.
The closest
Yeah,
one, 'cause
they-
I mean, like-
were
Of
talking.
course, you're
Like,
the closest
really, Rupert?
friends.
That's, I mean, terrible for you, but fascinating.
Yeah. As he coughs up his last remnant of his lungs, it
Tuberculosis.
splatters both you and him across yourselves. Everyone is going to take their first sanity roll.
I've been blooded.
So, everyone roll a d100.
Okay, do we want to roll high or low?
You want to roll above a 50.
Above
Another 50. Excellent. I succeeded with a 72.
75.
52.
I apologize, I just remembered how sanity. You roll above your sanity. Or,
That is above my sanity by 20 points.
fantastic. You? Good.
Keeping it strong with a 16.
Now, I have liquor and cigarettes. Will those help increase my sanity at any time?
As long as it's lower than sanity, it works. So,
That didn't answer my question.
what happened?
I have liquor and cigarettes.
Yes.
So if my sanity ever goes down, will those help increase it?
No, it's lots of those will increase it over time. You can't just like
Take one.
Carton
Take
of
a-
cigarettes.
yeah.
But no, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of ways to increase your
Thanks,
sanity.
Rupert.
Can I slap people sane again?
No. Once you go insane, you are no. I made this mistake last session. We did Call of Cthulhu, but when you go insane, you're not actually dead or ineffective. You can still do actions. However, there are certain situations where your character will act kind of on its own. So let's say a creature were to try to charm one of you. The insane ones would instantly be charmed and be unable to fight against that.
Gotcha. Since we succeeded over a certain amount, does our sanity go up at all in this case, or just no?
No.
Okay.
Sanity always goes down unless you increase it through
Gotcha.
other means.
I will immediately begin looking for some disinfectant to clean myself now. Thanks, Rupert.
The man begins spasming uncontrollably on the bed.
Nurse!
As you call the nurse and the other doctors begin rushing in, his wife and son come up, grabbing at his sides. As you back out of the room
With the box?
with the box, yes.
Does the Professor Bold over there back out of the room?
I've got the box.
Damn right I do.
And sadly, despite the hospital's best efforts,
Eyeballing that
Meriwether
young boy.
dies within the hour.
So, I hate to break this to you, gentlemen, and I'm glad he died before I could actually say it, but that was not his son. Did you see the twisting of that parietal and occipital lobe together? No way that came from that woman and him together.
But what about his ocular ridges?
Well,
Too curved.
at least you wait until after he died. I don't think you would want to know.
Anyway, I opened the box.
Alright.
Does he cough back to life?
Wait, what's in the box?
What's in the box? I opened the box.
It's the box. How much is what's in the box for?
Inside the box, you find a recently written letter, a yellowed envelope containing the deed to a house and a key to its lock, a small sarcophagus-shaped gold box of ancient design, and a slim journal bound in leather.
What's in the little gold box?
Do you look at it?
Yeah.
Alright. As you look, the lid comes off the ornament box easily. However, there is nothing inside.
All right.
You see there are
Sell it for hooch money.
You see there are hieroglyphs decorating the outside of the box, and
It'd say hieroglyphs.
yes.
By the way, I lost my roll, my insanity roll. So
Oh, so your sanity does go down by 1.
okay, so 59.
That's the problem with a high sanity. It's hard to roll above.
Below, sorry, you have to roll below your sanity. I might have, yeah.
You said above.
We'll
Alright.
Then I
include
rolled
it
a
there.
16.
Alright, so keeper.
Am I okay?
High,
Clarification.
High is bad.
You're
High is
good.
bad.
Low is good.
If
Low
you
is
roll
good.
above your sanity, you failed.
So,
Yes.
so inversely,
So
I'm
we
the
all
only-
go down. Thank
I'm
you.
the only
I
one
apologize.
Collectively.
But we're not
the DM
gonna-
has decreed.
Yeah, I apologize. That was
Everyone
me.
is fine.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm fine.
everyone's
Everyone's
fine.
good. Jamie, you can just be like, oh Lord, there's blood. Reminds me of the old days.
back
Reminds me
in the
of
war.
Tuesday.
Does the good professor there recognize the hieroglyphics on the smaller, ornate little chest?
Alright. Do a language roll because you know Egyptian, correct?
Yes, I need to roll below a 50, 20, or yeah, 50, correct?
Yes.
So we need
And
to roll below these numbers.
And
Yes.
then 20.
So the idea is that if you look, I apologize for interrupting you, but this is good.
Important.
Yes. If you look at your, you can, everyone, this is the character sheet. Beautiful looking, yes. Next to every skill, there is 3 boxes. If you roll below the biggest box, that is a regular success. If you roll below the top tiny box,
Which is half of that.
half of that, that is a
Great success, right?
Really good.
Or a better
Critical
result.
success.
extreme success.
I think that's the level.
Super highly successful.
Well, just
It's
say
a crit.
It's the next level of success,
Next level of
Now,
success.
one would be it.
And then the final box is extreme success.
which is 1/5 of it.
Yes. And I will look that up as I talk.
So
But-
while he's doing a language check on that, may I do an anthropology check to further for information?
yeah, go ahead.
And I would like to do an occult check on the gold box.
All right.
That's a super for me
Super.
because I rolled a 10.
Anyway, yes, I'd like to do an
And
occult
12
check.
is my lowest for that. For super
Okay.
successful.
So, roll your rolls and then tell me how they go.
I rolled a great success at a 24.
I rolled a 1.
Cool. For what?
That is a absolute success.
Oh, wait,
Aha!
what
I'm
skill?
absolutely
That is
successful.
a critical success.
What skill did you roll?
Yup, that is occult.
Occult.
Oh, yeah,
All
cool.
right.
Cool.
So,
And then I rolled a super success for the anthropology.
all right. So, for your 2 skill checks, you learn that it is Egyptian hieroglyphs of the Middle Kingdom.
Oh, yes.
You are unable to really
Disciple.
Decipher?
So
decipher. Thank you. What they
Decipher?
exactly say at the moment.
By Middle Kingdom, do you mean in time or by station, land station?
Yeah, is this like a Ramses or a
Land station?
Tutankhamun kind of thing?
Yeah, so like
If I remember, there was the Upper Kingdom, Lower Kingdom. They combined to be
the Middle Kingdom, that was
no. I
So
that
the low
I
end
don't
of the
know
high,
the
the high
history,
end of
but
the low?
of the Middle Kingdom. The occult roll, however, reveals that the odd carvings on the inside of the box resemble writings attributed to certain occultists to the lost Pacific continent of Mu.
I don't speak new.
Yes, it is a.
151st Pokemon, everyone.
Yes, it was a continent that
I
sunk
thought there was
into
new
Yosho.
too.
Interesting. And what are the anthropology rules?
No, that's 150.
The same thing he did.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's
Wait, so Mew
it's
is
a
150,
it's an
but
Egyptian you
Mew
actually
is
can't
actually
read.
150.
You said I can't read it?
correct?
No, at the moment you can't. You'd have to sit and decipher a little bit more.
Oh,
Would
so
you
it's
like
like
to?
really
Would
old
you like
Egyptian.
to borrow
But-
my pocket microscope?
You do find a letter. Who would like to read?
Don't not give it to him.
I'll read it.
I will. Be how many 4 people?
Pocket 7 walks away.
1 to
I was
4.
going to say you remember.
I never forgot.
3. Yeah, did you? There you go.
No, that was your drifter. That's not Professor Cable.
Pardon my poor reading skills, everyone.
Did you say Puerto Rican skills?
Poor reading skills?
And then handout 2 as well.
That's racist.
This one you don't have to read aloud. You can just skim it.
Dear friends, in years after this nightmarish events of that night in my youth, I've seen many strange things. Only now do I begin to grasp the truth of reality and the scope of what is happening in the world. I've tried in my small way to combat the horrors and make amends for my past in bringing one to our plane of existence. What I have left to offer, what riches and wealth I have, I will put to good use in dealing with these abominations. It is the very least this old coward can do. He's got to put this down on himself.
He's the first email.
He's the first grunge guy. I could never make myself go back to that little farmhouse and put those events to rights. I too gravely feared that which my friends and I loosed upon this countryside. Nothing of consequence has yet taken place, but with my death I fear that the bonds will be broken and that horror free to come and go as it pleases. Lives not yet taken already weigh heavy on my conscience. The method of delivering the thing out of this world is he's quite the drama queen.
That's
Of this world
good.
is still in that cursed house. The translations made by Marion from the book. Oh man, that De Vermeer Mysteries. I'm sorry, I butchered that. Yeah, De Vermeer Mysteries. I was never strong enough to take on the task, but I have hope that you are. In ridding this world of this, perhaps you will save my soul from hell. For I fear that my deeds have not been enough to release me from this heavy burden. I do not expect forgiveness for what I ask of you.
All right.
Rupert and Mary.
So, as you read that as well, you find a journal within the book, within the box, which is conveniently 4 pages.
Convenient.
So
Roll
what
an
I'm,
occult check.
what I'm going to do is hand each person a page.
I don't want one.
You don't want one. All right, then you get 2 pages.
No, don't give him pages. All to Blake.
Skim it, read it, and
Burn it.
or no, maybe, but then review its contents with the other players. That way, we're not having to keep asking.
Don't get through those pages. We'll never get to read them.
We'll never hear anything about them.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, we'll never hear a word from those pages.
All right. And don't worry, I have copies of my own pages on my own. Again, really well made for everyone while they're reading. Call of Cthulhu is an amazing tabletop. I've actually really enjoyed reading through the Keeper rule book and the Investigators rule book, which I think Blake has. But they're very well designed, well done. There you go. I would definitely recommend anyone that's interested in investigations or horror elements to definitely get into it. It's a lot of fun. And then Blake, you just need music in the background for this. So, while everyone is reading, I'll quickly go over the events of the next couple of days. Jamie, did you want to try to decipher the
Hieroglyphics?
Yeah,
Yes,
that
yes I
one.
would.
Wow, my language is getting worse by the moment.
the small
is that-
You've already done it, so what you're going to do the next couple of days is you'll sit and you're going to look through it,
Okay.
and this is what you find. And we'll go over that information when we
Wow.
don't flip
Paper.
it over. because that stuff is for something else.
Is it?
No,
later
it's
on?
not plot relevant, but it's
Is it for the module though? This
yes.
module, though?
Yeah, don't show the other side. Yes. You can actually find that information if you were to look. What as everyone reads and gets their good, juicy.
Look, I'm paid to lead, not to read.
What does this say?
And there was no pieces of amber inside the small sarcophagus? The small golden sarcophagus, there was no amber in there?
There was nothing in there. I don't believe. Yeah, the book says there is nothing in there, unless it says it's supposed to be. But I'm going to believe there is nothing in there yet. I think it comes later. Double check.
This was like a perfect page. Yes.
Okay.
This is
I know. I know. I was like,
So hear me out. We go there with a can of gas, a rag, and a lighter, and we just burn that place to the
That
ground.
may not work, actually. According to this journal, they summoned a djinn. I mean, things of legend, but...
I see right here, but there's warning signs up, so it shouldn't be able to move until we burn it down.
But it might free it from the house, though.
Well,
It's
it's
an
gonna
option.
get free either way with that guy dead.
The real question
What does its skull look like?
is who murdered Marion Allen, Mr. Henry?
My name's not Henry.
Dick, I said Henry. Dick Henry.
Maybe... Oh, no. The others are dead. Not.
I'm just worried about.
Who murdered her?
Who murdered Marion Allen, which is a Mr. I
Didn't
know,
we just
Marion.
watch him die?
No,
In a hospital?
no, that was another guy. That was Rupert.
Well,
So,
once
this
again,
journal says that Marion, a member of an associate of Rupert.
let me see your documentation. Documented proof. I'll trade you a page for a page.
Yeah, actually, in 1 minute, as soon as I'm done
if
waving
you
around
look
the round clip.
at the bottom of the page, I'll give you
I
this.
know. I already know. I'm being dramatic
So-
for a reason.
Okay, yeah.
The person who murdered her would probably be suicide. She killed herself.
I ask because it says here that he went to the police, stating that he'd been being followed. So, what do you know?
When I get back to my car, I'll radio in and find out which officer he talked to, and then I'll investigate that officer.
Then I suggest we either do that, butcher him, and then go to the Gulf and Panama docks where he died.
I'm sorry. What was that before going to the Panama docks where he died?
Investigate.
After investigate, but before docks, you said something.
Something about him dying. Yeah. Or wait, and then we're gonna investigate Mr. Marion's death.
I think we should also go to
Okay.
the foreign library to find this D. Vermis mysterious volume.
No, I mean, honestly, he's right, though. I should talk to my police contacts, but I don't need to go anywhere for that. I can just hit the radio in my car.
Incidentally, all of the members of the occult, members who were involved in casting that spell, are dead. It says so right here.
Yes. Well, he even said he was the last one, and then now he's...
Yeah, he said it, but like, there could have been a little baby that they used in the
Okay,
ritual.
I also need to talk to a couple of my contacts who might know something about occult crimes such as that have taken part in the city, and I'll talk to them as well.
All right, I'm gonna roll an occult check because I want to know if a baby was used in the ritual.
I'd
whether
like
it-
to assist with his occult check, with my own occult check to assist.
Yes, whether it being alive would still contain the demon, even though its name is not listed on this page.
Your entry says something about a baby?
Haha! Success.
My entry is mentioning that Amber had a small animal trapped inside that was a host of the bound djinn. At least they thought they were something a djinn.
On this piece of paper, it claims that the gold sarcophagus is actually sort of the lamp of that particular djinn.
Oh,
And that
this-
he was made the responsible keeper for it. But since I share information with people in my investigation,
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
no.
remember that any writings you read are from a person researching the topic. They may not have the correct answers.
This is true, yes.
You're piecing together what they're trying to piece
we have unreliable narration from a journal. Just
Exactly.
because it's written doesn't mean it's gospel.
Mr. Allen owned the sarcophagus until he gave it off to Rupert. That's what they supposedly were searching for in his complaint to the police officers. They're trying to steal my gold sarcophagus, and then he passed it off to Rupert. And then he died. He was murdered.
So we need to find the Diveramus Mysterious.
I think so. That one library might have it or something.
I'll talk to a couple of my contacts and see if we come in contact with any dimensions of that book as well.
Dick.
I can tell you.
Fuck you! Oh!
Professor, what do you got?
From whatever this
Fuck you!
ritual was, whatever was summoned was
Thought that was a good response.
truly horrific.
Yeah, it really was. And definitely.
Well, you're a student. You are a student. Yes.
Here.
That was a research.
Have another page.
Yeah, be a lot of like passing around. But
No, because once again, I'm just going to have one person read it all and explain it to me in a subversion of that, because that makes things go quicker and allows us to make rolls while other people read, and we can put our investigation together.
As you, did you want to contact the New Orleans police?
First, I wanted to assist him with his occult check.
Okay.
So I rolled a 41 against my 65, which should be a success.
A
And I
regular
rolled a
success.
26 against my 30, so it's also a success.
Okay.
So, was there a baby probably used in the ritual? It's probably still alive.
From what you know of the occult and the summoning, you do not believe a child was used.
Oh,
But was there a sacrifice?
You don't believe so.
well,
No,
doesn't
it
matter.
was-
The sacrifice would be dead.
There was a pentagram.
But there could be a skull.
It could be a skull, a baby skull.
Jamie?
There was a pentagram used.
Okay.
It was also used to bind the.
Okay, so a pentagram is an upside down star. Not necessarily a symbol of evil, just a symbol of the occult.
It definitely is occult.
And where there's usually people drawing occult symbols, it usually implies a ritual, which means they would have gotten that ritual out of a text somewhere. So we need to find the text that they used, that they got the ritual from. After we get the text with the ritual, we'll be able to suss out how to undo said ritual.
All right. As you are all doing research through the journals, deciphering the those. I can only say that once a night. Special power. It's taking you a couple days to go through everything. Did you want to contact the police in New Orleans and see if you could maybe find someone?
Yeah, I'll go onto my radio in my police car, and I will contact the radios to see who Alan talked to at the police station. And also, I'm going to try to get in contact with some of the other officers in South 13 for the Vera Mysteria. What's the name of that book again? The book listed here.
The Vermis Mysterious.
The Divermius
Mysterious.
The Divermius Mysterious.
Is French runes.
Alright,
That's
so,
Latin to me.
as you contact
It is.
the New Orleans Police Department, they do send you some documents. They send you this page.
All right, so I've gotten magically sent over a document because fax machines don't exist.
Well, they mailed it.
Also, this
2 weeks later,
is also a couple of days.
Also,
ago.
the opposite side of that.
they had an officer drive it up. Got it. Or
Essentially.
fly it over. 1 hour
Essentially,
flight. Yeah.
air flight.
New
Agents.
Orleans Police Department
Agents.
statement. I'm sorry, this is official police documentation. I'm going to need everyone to step away while I read this very secretive police documentation.
As he also reads.
Corbin Howard Patrol.
Yes.
Can I do any sort of particular checks, occult history, anthropology, anything for about the jinns?
Police court.
Like, not the fairy tales we tell the kids, but actual legends of jinn that they thought they were summoning.
Well,
And
yes, you
also
can.
cross-referencing with some of the journal entries about this sort of faceless or multi-face, just multiple mouth gibbering
multiple
looking mess.
appendages.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Shapeless, formless.
Which skill am I rolling against?
Let's see. You're trying to learn something about, a being that doesn't technically exist. So I'm going to have you roll a occult.
Well, unfortunately, I rolled
Or-
77 and I landed a 16 occult, so I failed.
Well, alright. So, as far as you understand, Din are more of a story. Most of the occult you or any of your compadres have dealt with aren't really the same as the stories.
Yeah, I mean, jinn are typically creatures of elements, like smoke, fire, but that description was not.
Not at all.
That was a something else.
some very.
I mean, it's fascinating actually, and I just start writing some
Yeah.
stuff down in my a very thick tome that I'm just kind of like.
With this piece of information, can I do any research, or what kind of research roles would I do to figure out what is being named here, what is related to them, if it is the beings that I know above board?
I also need to find out what that dust is, who they got it from.
Well, as far as you can tell, from your own knowledge, you can't really tell what or who some of these different things are. Your language skill doesn't envelop that. You know who Thoth is? Thoth is the Egyptian god of wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
No.
But Narlatotep.
You don't know what that name is referencing. Yes.
I need more elaboration. I need to know what the runes carved in the head look like. I normally wouldn't ask this, but I have a linguistic professional. Flip the page over.
No, yeah, he had your other side.
Yeah, I was reading.
I tried to tell him to give it to you, but he decided to steal police information.
No, I was trying to figure that out.
All right, put your hands in front of yourself and put on your feather boa. It's cuff time.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
the Marion had been killed by a single powerful blade thrust in the body's rib cage, cutting
Hit the books, see if there's any.
Would you like to go to the library?
Yeah, see if you can find anything at the Orin Library about that tome in particular, or anything referencing
I
its
will
records.
follow you.
Right.
So
Go
right
ahead and
now
research
you
that.
are doing kind of an investigation phase.
Yes.
Once again, this does not give me the documentation I need, which is what the shape figures of the runes carved into the man's forehead was. Is that not pertinent information and therefore doesn't need to be asked?
When you try contacting the officers for such information, they say they didn't really take any pictures or draw it out, and the body's already been cremated. So
All right. Well, what is the current year?
current year is 1920s-ish.
Okay, this happened in 1877. I feel comfortable passing this information around and letting everyone else read it. It is a 40-year-old crime almost.
Oh, well, then I might have made the date wrong.
No,
No,
you're probably
you're
right.
right.
I
It was a
mean,
youth
that
when
could
you
have been
fucked
the
up.
first person killed in the group of summoners. He said in his youth, and he's currently on his deathbed.
On
Yeah.
my paper there, it tells the order in which they died.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so...
Murder of the Doctors 10 years after
1920s.
their summoning.
Yeah, so it's a defined time frame.
Yep.
I just wanted to get the documentation of the runes on the forehead, but now I also need to contact the South 13 to see if they know about the Mystari.
Dame Mr. Remes Mystery.
So on that...
The Dave. I'm gonna borrow this. I'll bring it back.
Alright, so he's gonna
The
make
Dave
contact with
Vermius Mysterious.
On that note, we're going to switch to these two. We decide to go to the library.
I don't trust those two.
Yeah.
I would like to go to the library as well and
I
try
don't
and know
trust
some
me either.
history.
You head to the police station to make your
got a
calls.
hammer.
These three go...
I'll bring him with me.
Yeah. These three go to the library to do some research.
What books? Come with me, old man.
We have
As-
books at the police station.
Do
full of
you
pictures.
try... What
All
are you
kinds of
doing there?
things.
Mainly initially looking for records of this particular book.
The librarian
Mhm.
does tell you that they have a copy of said book.
Really, dear?
Yes, but it is under lock and key, as it is one of their more older texts they have on storage. And the only person with the key is a Dr. Henry Armitage.
Oh, Dr. Henry Armitage.
And you will need his permission before acquiring said book.
My old student, Henry.
And
Yes.
Where is Dr. Henry at currently?
he is in his study with... as far as I understand, he's been in his study for several weeks now.
Is he at home or?
At his home, yes.
Okay.
He most of the time he takes the more expensive books that we have on file to his home to research them and go through them because he has the necessary tools to look through them without damaging the text.
Okay. Do you guys want to go or do you want
It's
to
only
stay?
you and me there.
Hmm?
It's only you and me.
No, all three of us.
Yeah.
I'll bring
Oh, I thought you guys were the...
But
Yeah.
there is, of course, the one
wouldn't
that
let
we
me
have
talk.
is available for viewing
Oh, we can view
Said
it.
that cost extra.
outside of its case. I apologize. We are unable to allow anyone to touch said book, but we do have a viewing floor on the 3rd floor.
So we wouldn't be able to peruse through it properly because of its age, and we wouldn't want to damage it.
Of course.
Are there any copies made of some of the texts from it? There's an old friend of mine, Rupert. Him and his friends, I guess, back in their youth, were reading through it at some point and did some research into it, and I was hoping to finish his research on the matter. As we all would. I mean, if you want, some of us could go and get the person's permission to get it under lock and key.
You guys want to wait for me? I'm sure I can get them to unlock it and let us touch it.
Yeah, maybe. We could do someone could do further research while our officer friend is getting his contact information done. But I mean, I'll still at least I'll take a look at what's open and available currently on it.
As you go up to the 3rd floor where the viewing is, there are several old books here behind glass cases under lock and key.
Yeah.
There is a security guard on duty. He just stands off in the corner, just watching as you
Sure.
come in. He seems to be just reading a book.
It's kind of like
Yeah. Well, he's mostly just there for show, essentially.
Into-
Be nice.
As you look through the cases, you notice that some of the books are missing. Obviously taken out for either cleaning, studying.
probably Dr. Henry there.
Yes. And as you look, you notice that the De Vermis Mysterious is among those books.
So
one's
it's not
missing?
actually here. She lied to us. But let's go get his address then.
While we're here, I would like to ask if there are any books on Egyptian gods, both in their full name and knowledge, as well as any potential.
Me and Set, a magical friendship.
Yeah. Possible nomenclatures that they may have.
Al,
found
you
by-
just put out
We
my
do have several
Osiris.
books depicting ancient
Ow, you
deities.
just put out my
We have
Osiris.
ancient deities, very simply.
Egyptian
Listing,
calendar.
and it's very much more of just a list to go through.
Ready,
We have a
set,
couple texts just on ancient legends and stories about each one. But a anthropology, I think is the right word for that, of the actual
I
deities
remember
themselves.
very
I don't personally know if we have one on record.
I would ask her if she has anything in specific on Setheth and Thoth.
Seteth and Thoth. She looks around and she kind of goes through her ledgers. Essentially, like most of the time, they have little like summaries of the books so you can look through it.
Why don't you just check the card catalog?
Decimal system.
Well, when was that invented?
1908.
Damn it! I thought I had you there. Well, she looks through the Dewey Decimal System, which I totally know how that works.
You had it right. They looked through cards.
I'm sorry, roll a bluff check.
That was before his time.
Critical success.
You failed.
There you
We
go.
do not believe you know the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
If you did, we would be shocked, actually. But she looks through it to cross-reference for their records, you were saying.
Yes, I am looking.
I am.
Also, well, I do mention Narlothotep and Yuger or Yoag. Do I have to make any like rolls?
As you look through some of the books, you do find in the Book of Ancient Deities a mention of Narlothotep.
Ooh, okay.
Actually, I was a complete lie. It was 1876.
There is just a very small writing there, giving a couple of his titles: the Crawling Chaos, the God of a Thousand Forms, Stalker Among the Stars,
You said
or the Faceless God.
Narlol.
So out with a
So the
thousand
question is,
Do you think that would be in the 200s
tags.
under religion?
Yes.
Or would that be under the
I-
900s for history?
I make note of that in my notepad for the in reference to the letter that I received specifically, and then I'll mention it when we want to leave. Actually, is there anything else in specific on Narlothotep?
No, the only mention of him is in that list of ancient deities. And it doesn't even say what pantheon he comes from. It's just kind of like a mention of it.
Well, some entities were known to be worshipped by multiple and therefore in many pantheons, but just with different names. There was one particular god worshipped by the Sumerians, Babylonians, and all of them. Mesopotamians as well.
Gee, which god is that?
Not by many names, but you know. I'm writing a book after all.
Alright. Yeah, you don't want to
What's
spoil
your
that
last
content.
Tobin.
Fair. Good one.
Alright.
Good one.
Yeah, I'll write down that information, or specifically what I just learned about our boy, and then I'll share with them later.
Okay. Any other
You know
actions
what
for
name
anyone
I'd
else?
like for a deity?
Yes.
I rolled
The
a 14 on a charm check.
For who?
The librarianess.
My
Right.
brother,
Like, oh my.
Vince Porto told me that one.
Professor K. Bow, Master of Phrenology, and I notice you have a quite pronounced frontal lobe. No wonder you chose this career. Tell me, would you happen to also know the professor that we're looking for, whose name I forgot's address?
Henry. Something.
Armitage.
She thanks you for the compliment. She looks, what did you roll? 14?
You should
14,
never
under my
ogle a
15.
lady's lobes.
Okay.
Everyone
In
knows
fact,
that.
So wait, what's the
Unless
charm
they
for
want
you?
you to. My charm is 15 and I rolled a 14.
Okay, so you did a regular success.
Yeah.
She thanks you for the compliment, and she says, well, I don't actually have his home address.
Do you know anyone who does?
He's a very seclusive man.
Phone book?
Well, then how does everyone know that he resides in his study for weeks at a
A
time?
phone book,
Well, where else would
guys.
he be?
Right.
Call the operator,
Drink
get
king.
the address.
Yeah.
This is the 1920s, guys. 0, yes,
Where are your
Klondike
phone?
555. I'd like to know the address
Or-
from
or-
Armitage.
You know what was also still around? A phone book.
Alright.
I brought that
How
up
do you
first, but then I'm like, we can just talk to
contact
somebody
this
on the phone.
Well, we just wait for him to come in.
Who's we?
Me and the other staff.
The other staff friendly with this gentleman?
Not really.
Hey,
He's not into buggery, is he?
No, he mostly just runs the place.
Treadmill
And by
style?
runs
or
the place, I do. She kind of leans in. Finances the place.
I see. What?
Hey, didn't
bank
I give
does
you
this
charm?
come from? I succeeded.
Uh,
How does he pay you? Cash or check?
Cash.
I don't have chairs.
Under the table. Is he dealing a little bit of tax evasion, are we? I can help you out here if you...
Lou, IRS didn't start collecting taxes till World War II.
Horrible. No wonder...
It was only supposed to be for that war. It's not supposed to be around anymore.
I was gonna say, no wonder the world got so much worse afterwards. Alright. Moving on.
Tax
Find a phone
evasion.
book.
There's no IRS. There's no T-men.
I would, before leaving the library, look for a book about
I didn't know that.
No, it's true.
It's horrible.
I like to read about
occult
history.
rituals.
I'm a dad now. I have to read on World War II.
Books of those natures,
Wise.
sort of ritualistic, theories on what people supposedly did. So all
You
that.
find a
That's
couple
what's up.
crackpot books. You
Those are
as
the
a
best sources.
yeah, you as a learned scholar
don't
know
get the
that most of these were written by people mostly just trying to get their name out there and sell books.
But there's a few.
There's one that you find that has some promising leads.
Does
about
any of it have anything that's close to the ritual they did in the journal entries? With the small animals bound in amber, smoke, certain powders, the pentagram.
No,
Many sitting
most
in a
of-
watcher.
Most of what you read in this book is pagan rituals for enlightenment or bringing rain down upon a certain season or shortening the winter, stuff like that. It's more like
More actually traditional pagan religious type things.
exactly, but
Not like I want to bring a vengeful spirit upon the
Druidic
enemies.
voodoo.
exactly.
Interesting. Okay. No. Yeah, I suppose we should meet up with Officer Dick and find this Dr.
Meet up with Officer Dick and fuck look. I don't think I like where this is going.
Dr. Henry. What was his last name again? The person who has
Armitage.
Armitage. Yes.
Did he walk or drive here?
Bicycle.
He
Roller skating.
What was his vehicle look like?
Pogo
He has a
sticks
Buick?
to work
A
every day.
Buick. I too own a Buick.
Oh.
Interesting. What was his license plate?
I don't
You're
know.
telling me you
own a
don't
Buick.
randomly stalk your boss and not remember his license plate?
Do you?
Do you not?
She gives you a very odd look, and
Do I tell him?
she kind of like scoots away from you.
Do
Do you have any other business here, sir?
With that security guard. You, sir! Where does Dr. Armitage live?
He looks up from his book. What? I don't know.
Which way does his car turn when he leaves? Left or right?
Straight? It's one road.
Oh, actually, no, we're good. Thank you.
We're halfway there. Moving on.
All right.
Thank you, my dear. It's been
Been in
interesting.
Massachusetts, so that's the state we're in.
Thank you. She gives you another sideline glance. And
I wish
thanks
people
you
all
for
like you should
coming
say that,
and
man. She's empty.
kind of ushers you toward the door.
Oh, well.
I thought this was a public library.
We're being ushered out. We're being ushered out.
Yeah. Right.
Can I answer the question we've been
All
answering?
right, folks.
What did South 13 have to say about De Verimis Mysterious?
They don't have a lot on the book, honestly. They know that it is a book of the occult, and that it may have ties to the mythos, but
Has it been linked to any recent crimes?
none that they know of. What?
One.
I may have at least one crime that took place in a farmhouse in West Arkham.
They have no record of that.
I'm informing them as also a member of South 13 who are meant to stop occult crimes that one may have occurred at this particular
I am
area.
reporting it.
I will investigate further and report as new information comes in.
But is
Great, I look
summoning
forward to
ancient
reading your
arthropods
report.
Illegal?
What?
Is summoning ancient arthropods illegal? If you're going to report a
Yes,
crime,
because you're controlling their movement, and everybody knows controlling another creature via magical means is a violation of one of the 7 laws.
Is it?
It's legal entry. We asked at least
By-
vacate the
by-
nearest
by the private investigator Dresden, who has informed me of these 7 laws.
Then how does he use the ways? Because if he opens a way gate for another person,
Oh,
he's magically...
he's willingly going through.
Yeah, anyone who goes with him, he's magically transporting them.
He doesn't make them go. They
I would
often go
like
with him by choice.
to, at some point, go buy a payphone
But then
and
summon.
contact strange but true publications
Okay.
that I'm a sort of ad hoc
I was just
member journalist of,
Okay.
and just call and see if they have anything on their archives about amphipods, summoning such things and such.
They have some things, but most of it, again, is fictional.
But potentially true.
Maybe. You do read up on a lot of different stories of people slitting the throats of goats and making pentagrams with them.
see those
You
poor
see-
goats.
Yeah.
Other ones where they make
That's
circles
the
made of
farmhouse.
candle wax.
And
Another one where they summoned a giant tentacled squid out of the ass of a cow.
Wow.
We're gonna have to make like a newborn fetus.
I
and
would
head out.
ask that their archives person to kind of look through and see if they've had anything, some old stories about any sort of cultish rituals that
Lots of-
might utilize some sort of special dust to control an entity.
One tentacle at a
There is an old legend about a sorcerer using dragon dust to control a sea serpent.
That's also with dragons.
That's some potential there. I'd have in fact be something over, but that's probably not really a thing right now. So.
No, they'd have to telegraph it, and then somebody'd have to write it out as it was written in.
Okay. So now I'm going to say it has been
1 week since we got to see.
Since
it has been 6 days since Meriwether died.
We should probably get that house.
we should bury him soon.
The funeral has already taken place.
But did I give a eulogy?
Would you like to give?
Was it poignant?
Please, please.
Do you want him to give a
now,
eulogy?
Hold the floor for the eulogy from Dick Hardon.
Head in. Head
Oh.
in.
You said it, not us.
Anyway,
Believe that.
here we put into the ground a good friend, a man I arrested not once but 3 times with men dressed as women. During his autopsy, we found no less than 3 hamsters half a string, part of a
Shit,
sandwich,
okay. His wife
and a wrapping of bacon,
multiple people
assumed to
start
try to
pulling
lure
you
out the
away
gerbils.
from the funeral, and you are proceeding.
The fact that he
This
has a
poor
son, I find
family.
most surprising.
These people show up out of nowhere on this guy's. They leave the room. He dies, and then this guy shows up giving this eulogy.
Yes. Several people. There's his son is giving
And
you
as a piece of
paper.
paper, he asked me to read at this funeral, asses to asses, nuts to bust. Thank you.
Beautiful. All right. So, you all proceed to
Appreciate you translating that.
try to get to the farmhouse. I'm
Well, at this
guessing?
point, we should have. Well, actually, at this point, would we have found through otherwise his
No, we're not going to the
contacts?
farmhouse. We're going to the docks.
No,
where
we're
he
going
was
to
murdered.
Henry
years
Armitage's
ago.
house to get this book.
Yes, I agree.
That was in 1877.
Don't you want to
Is
rough
now
up Henry
1920.
Armitage and get that book
Yes,
first?
we're totally doing
Yeah,
that first. Never
which
mind.
is-
I'm 50
And
years
then
too
we
late.
go to the docks.
Is Dr. Henry
No,
Armitage
I'm
in
50 years too
town,
late, apparently.
resident? Because we had stays.
And the wrong state.
Would we
that
have
happened in
found that
New Orleans.
information of his address through a phone book,
Also true.
which
Irrelevant.
thing. Or
I'm a viewer.
through his police contacts finding the address and information?
Oh yeah, can I just call the station house and get an address on
Or-
Henry Armitage?
Or even town archives. I mean, it's sometimes of a little
Or
money
Or
to get
just
the door.
the
All right,
phone book.
Fellas,
Henry Armitage.
Fellas, I'm gonna just stop that there and tell you the exact description of this.
Okay.
123 That Way Lane, Arkham, Massachusetts.
No, it's 1, 2, 3.
8675309.
Yellow King Lane.
The Devious Mysterious is a red herring.
Oh,
Investigators
so
will
you're
go-
just going to completely break the illusion of the investigation for us. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, you can't access it. You guys were gone
Anyway,
for a while.
I'm going to go rough
Yeah.
up some homeless in the park.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, now I'm lost.
So we were not able to get his address.
The book
No.
is a red herring.
Yeah, I don't. You guys were going on, but essentially, I'm supposed to kind of like let you know you can't find it. The professor has gone out of town with the book.
I have a car.
So he was not home.
He was
The
not.
book is
Yeah,
not
see,
there.
you could have just totally said that. Like,
I apologize.
there is no book. There's none in the house. We burned down the house.
The
Move
book
on.
is in a language we can't decipher.
Well, that escalated quick.
Yeah.
Well, then, was there anything in the house? Because I'm still being immersed in this research and
Okay.
investigation.
So as you
was
go
there
through
anything
the house-
Let's
of notes in it?
ransack the place.
Well,
All right. As you okay,
we
let me-
break into his house.
Okay.
Wait, who has lockpicking? I kick the door in.
Like you don't own the place.
Like I don't even like I'm a police officer doing his job.
This is a safety check. You haven't been seen in weeks. Boom.
Henry Armitage, you're wanted in an accessory with an unexplained death. Get your ass out here
So-
now.
You do find over time that his house is located near the south end of Arkham. It is a small townhouse, slightly excluded from the rest of the populace. The iron gate is kind of rusted open.
Oh, good.
Not
It's
a lot
easy to
of-
break kick open.
The landscaping has been kind of let go.
It's
a lot of
unkempt
bushes.
yard.
Yeah,
It's looking bad.
essentially. As you go up, you realize that there is no car in the drive, nor do you see any lights on within the house. Do you wish to go and try
We
to
did
break
the polite thing and knock first, and then I would go to try to lockpick it, and he'd kick the door. Yeah.
Police, open up!
Hold on, I
no-
got this. and
No
then-
one answers the door.
I kick it open, much like that scene from Sherlock
That's
is trying
what
to
I was
recreate.
thinking.
Alright, roll to see whether you can break the door. Roll me a strength check.
Strength. I can't use accounting.
Oh no, he has
Here,
no
take this
strength.
crowbar.
I have a crowbar.
Oh, nice.
I have a crowbar and a hacksaw.
But he said he wants to try kicking it first. Let him try.
Yep.
So there are no lights on in the house?
No, there were not.
If this doesn't work, I'm gonna shoot it with my shotgun.
The yard is unkempt and the gate is rusted.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That is a critical success with a 69.
Alright. Critical success, you
If
lean back and
If you accept that a 69 is a critical success, otherwise it's
That's
just a
a-
regular success. I rolled a 69 on the die.
you're not Dylan, it's your call.
for this,
But it's still a success.
for this today, yes, it's a success, but not a critical. I
Ah.
apologize. You kick open the door.
It's a success anyway. My strength's a 75.
The door has no real bar on it or a
Deadbolt.
Deadbolt. It's
Yeah,
what
because
just-
in the 20s, people trust their neighbors. They leave their doors unlocked.
yeah,
The door might have been actually unlocked, actually.
yeah, no one checked.
We never checked, yeah.
Yep. No.
You kick open the door, leading into kind of a musty living room,
Oh no.
covered in books. Books are stacked
Lamp
everywhere.
I'm looking for a coat rack.
I haven't
Looking
seen
for a
books
coat
stacked
rack?
like this in a
Coat
long
rack.
time.
As you look, you see that there's a coat rack standing next to you. It
Is there any coats or hats on the coat rack?
There are a couple, but no hats.
Does it smell like?
All right, he's obviously left because his hat's gone.
Yeah,
Does it
clearly.
smell like blood in here?
Men wear hats
No,
in this
it
day
smells-
when they go out.
If you've ever walked into like a senior home, that's what it kind of smells,
Smells like
like.
Urine?
mothballs.
So
Mothballs.
musty.
Musty indeed.
No, a senior home smells like urine.
He's out of line, but he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, I know, but you don't smell any urine. if
But
that
either
helps.
way, I go and I start checking the usual places for hidden stuff. Under the bed, inside dresser drawers, while they peruse the books or do
And I'm gonna
whatever
look for
investigation
skulls.
they're doing.
You're gonna look for skull. Okay, roll spot hidden.
I'm looking for his desk for notes.
Everyone roll spot hidden for what you're looking
I'm
for.
trained in this.
I'm just looking through.
You find no human skulls, though you do find a deer skull hanging on the wall.
I got a 2.
I'm gonna phrenology it.
Roll.
91, I failed horribly.
You actually knock
You
over a
find a
pile of
ceiling.
books. Roll a dodge.
I love this D100.
Half decks, right?
Wait, no, he drives a Buick.
Success by 1.
Okay, you're able to dodge the falling books.
Who stacks books
Nerd.
like this, Tobin?
I haven't seen this in a long time, but yes.
I'm actually. I guess it'd be. No, well, I'm.
50. So you gotta roll below 50.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to not roll spot and see if I can find something else. Because I don't
like anything.
I'm really just like looking for books in relation to what I've learned.
It would
or
still be
close
kind of a
to
spot hidden. There's a lot of books here. There's a lot of things.
Okay.
Nothing's organized in a way.
How about
that-
library use?
I mean,
None of it's.
Technically, it's a lot of books. This would be a library.
But they're not organized in any way that he would know.
Yeah, that's why he's using library use. He understands a personal library differs from a regular library. Don't
Yeah,
learn to
because-
bullshit with these
What did you roll?
motherfuckers.
89.
89. No.
See, that's how you use fast talk in real life.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
And what are you looking for?
Hidden items
everywhere,
under
yeah.
beds, in dressers, closets,
Where
whatever
people
I could
usually
find
hide
that was
stuff.
hidden and useful.
You look through everything.
Because I'm a cop, I should know how to rouse the place looking for hidden items.
You look around. You find a couple silver candlesticks in some drawers. You find.
I'm not a dirty cop.
You find a couple letters, a couple texts. You find a big, large journal hidden under his bed that must be his own diary.
I grab the journal and I bring it to our linguistic professor as he's the best one to read these journals.
Not the letters as well.
Well, I'll bring you the letters, but I'm not bringing the candlesticks.
That's fine.
Do I find any hidden weapons?
You do not.
Do I find any hidden pictures of him with the original group?
You do not either.
you find
Do you
pictures of
find-
him with DB, the male gigolo.
It was a theater troupe.
can't
That's
be
why they
But,
always like women.
do I find him with any of the people I caught the other guy with?
You do not. Do you look through the letters? Or
Well, we'll get to that. Let's take a break real quick.
so, welcome back to Call of Cthulhu.
You don't need to do welcome back. We're just gonna be one long recording.
Oh shit.
No, you can say that. We're
No, we're starting again. We're starting again. All right, ready?
Okay, we're ransacking the house in the
Yes.
medicine cabinet. I want to see what's in his medicine cabinet.
All right. You look through the medicine cabinet. You find several snake oil kind of concoctions. One is for a balding man.
Yeah. Okay. So.
The other is to moisten the lips.
Lip
Lip balm.
moistener.
Yeah, lip moistener.
Okay, and what's the third one?
The third one
It's a type of jelly.
is, in fact, hand me the investigator's handbook. In fact, we will roll for this. There's a chart here.
Okay, I'll roll. You just tell me what number.
Yep, sounds good to me. Again, love these books. I just need to get to right here, which I don't know if it actually has medicines in this. So maybe
There is.
Medical
Look under
supplies.
medical supplies. Or household items.
Speakeasy, real estate, education.
What'd you roll?
He hasn't told me what to roll yet.
Tools,
You roll a D100.
No, it could end up being
There we go.
less.
All right.
Fair.
Roll.
Yep.
See?
Roll me. Son of a bitch. Roll me a D12.
Roll you a D10. Because I don't have a D12. I was told this is a D100 system, so I pulled out my D6s just in case, and my D100 because I might need it.
Oh.
You jerk. Here, I got a
I
D12.
have
7.
11 dice. 7? All right.
Cough syrup.
Nature's remedy, laxatives.
Perfect.
Okay. I take the laxatives.
Yeah.
I
Balding
pour out the
chaplets.
balding snake oil. I put the laxative in the balding snake oil, and I hand it to our overaged friend who's clearly balding.
All right.
I can see his comb over from here.
You walk up to your good aging friend and hand him the bottle.
Oops. Drink some of this. Well,
With
whatever you got going on, man. It'll make you stronger, faster, more efficient. It'll make you smarter, happier, stronger.
More
It is the
for
best
sure.
money can buy, and I'd like to use a fast talk roll to try to
In
make
fact,
him
we
believe me.
will. You roll a fast talk, and you roll.
Well, let me see what my fast talk bonus is. Jesus. 68.
can I just
I'm not talking that fast. You completely disbelieve.
Roll your education.
Oh, my education?
You fast talk him education.
me educate?
Well, I've already failed the fast talk.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's the.
I only rolled a 68.
Well, actually, if he fumbles, it still won't work.
It's a 62.
Okay.
My education is 80.
So you do a success. You failed. You obviously know whatever he's passing you is probably dangerous.
You
and
know the
probably
smell of
shouldn't drink
laxatives anywhere.
You are almost dead
Do they
after
smell?
all.
No, I don't want to know.
Smells like prunes and ambisol.
it. Well, yeah, it does say nature's remedy, so maybe.
Yeah, do we find anything in the guy's, like, on his desk, notes, anything referencing this book?
As you search through his notes, it seems to be random scribbles, different symbols, different weird, just kind of notes, like random names, random like words.
Like, there's, like, seem to be no rhyme or reason to this at all.
Essentially, it looks like he was essentially whatever he used to actually do his research on. He must have taken with him, because as you decide after looking through the house, and you look through his letters, you had his letters.
I
we have the
was
letters.
given. I wasn't
Yeah.
given the letters.
As you were going through them, I think. Wait, you were given the letters?
No.
No, I
he-
was given the. I was
Yeah.
given the letters.
We went to
but
break
I
just
didn't
to got the
mean
letters.
A chance to go through them.
Yeah.
This is kind of you just opening a letter. I'm not going to have you have to roll for that. You're obviously you know how to open an envelope, right?
Yes.
Great tech.
I mean, you're
Yeah,
getting
you-
on in the years.
You
man.
rip it in
Okay,
half and then
alright.
glue the two pieces of the
I
inside
know how to
together.
open my mail,
Everyone
so
knows
tell me what I'm seeing.
You read it through a couple of correspondence to the loved one. You think it might be his sister or maybe
Family.
a cousin, family, and it's talking about him going to California to see them.
What city are we in?
What's
Arkham.
what city in California?
I think Tennessee.
Mass.
Tennessee, California?
No.
We're in Tennessee. He
We're
went.
in Massachusetts, I thought.
Yep.
Probably Massachusetts, Arkham.
We're in Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's where this all takes place. Arkham is in Massachusetts.
That explains why the one.
And you decide from his letters that he must have taken this trip and taken his research notes with him
To California.
to California.
I'll call the California Police Department. I'll get them to wrangle him up. And in the same way that the Louisiana sent us their documentation, we'll get them to send us his documentation.
We'll see it in a month.
I'm an upstanding lawman.
The California police would like to see a official form before giving up such
That's when I would institute the code of blue. Cops look out for each other. I'm just a working stiff trying to get a case done, man. If you can just send that over, you have my word. I'll get you something on him.
All right.
Probably something to do with buggery.
Yeah. Did the letter say anything about him taking the book with him?
Not really.
I will start
I
doing
want
a
that
quick
book.
look through all the books. I'm sure there's a lot. Just kind of like basically looking at the spines. going
Look, dude,
title.
you messed up. You got 3 academics and a cop.
Yeah.
Roll.
We
spot
want the
hidden.
book.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like probably stacks and on stacks of books here. So 31 spot hidden. I'm not trained, so 25, so it's a failure.
Okay.
I assume that's what that means.
Yeah. You look through all the books.
It's not here.
Over time, you don't find anything.
Oh, bugger. It's not here, guys. I can't find any, and his notes don't make any sense. This guy is otherwise has...
Can I make sense of the...
I don't know.
The hieroglyphs?
No, most of it, they're not hieroglyphs. They're mostly just random scribbles, for what you know.
It
You
could
saw
be-
it was hieroglyphs. You realize they're just some, guy doing
I've
that.
seen
with his
some
finger.
odd things in my studies.
And it looks like he maybe was trying to, translate certain words so he would write, the different letters and symbols corresponding.
And nothing else pertaining to any information from... Well,
He has left some notes here about other books.
are there any other pieces of, news articles or maybe whisperings through the academic society through either letter or journal? Actually, I need to take a look at the journal. About what happened at the farmhouse?
No. You don't really find anything about the farmhouse itself.
Okay.
That'd be shocking.
Anything in the journal?
The journal, he mostly just
Personal stuff?
an old man's personal ramblings. Wanting to see his grandkids more. Talking about the trip to California to go see those grandkids. He does talk about finding some new books, and one that looked extremely interesting.
What is the name of the book?
It doesn't say exactly on it. It seems slightly like he didn't put his work things into this book.
This is more like his. I'm just not work mode.
Essentially, most of it's just very sincere. The story of some man's life, which he thought would never be read. Ramblings.
Oh well, look at this. He also knew DB.
Was he a communist?
No,
Socialist?
no. He was independent.
Independent. In this day and age.
Yeah,
Well, looks
Obviously,
he cared
a
not.
buggerer.
until we can get a hold of him to figure out where this book is, it's kind of a dead end on this for now.
Okay.
I think we should probably check out that farmhouse.
Yeah.
Or we go to California.
I mean, it is up to you.
No,
I
I'm
will
just
play
messing
whatever
with
you wish to play. But
Where is the farmhouse?
North Arkham, right?
West
You ha-
Arkham.
no.
It's on the initial letter that I handed to Tom.
This one?
Is that the one that I handed to you? Because that's not the one.
So, the farmhouse is located. Oh, let me look up the exact direction. 'Cause I didn't
North
look
Arkham.
up that. It's not. Arkham is its own city. You would be going to Ross's Corner, which is Ross's Corner. It's a farmhouse bought within that small town.
Okay. So we need to head to Ross's Corner.
It's looking like I can start traveling.
Yeah.
Are we driving a car? Are we getting a train?
How
I
are
prefer
you?
Joey's
I do
note.
not know what you can take the bus or the train or.
That's why I was trying to see how far it was. Like, are we talking like cross state lines?
Well, so-
As you talk to
20s,
certain people in
so-
Arkham, they talk to you about how there is a bus that goes from Arkham to Worcester. Yeah, Worcester and back each day. And the
Connecticut?
bus stops at Ross's Corner shortly after 10 a.m.
See,
on the way out,
Worcester?
and shortly before 2 p.m. on the way back.
Guys, we can just take my car.
Worcester?
We'll just take his
What-
card then.
Yes.
Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcester, Connecticut.
Okay, they hate Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Worcester.
Yeah.
A1.
But I
Anchovy
believe
juice.
I believe one or two of you had vehicles already. You
Yes.
might have driven to
Yep,
this.
I've got my 1917 Buick.
Okay.
It just
What
needs
kind of
some
vehicle
work.
do you have?
A 1917 Buick.
You also have the Buick.
Yep.
All right.
But mine is a police model because I have the cherry.
I got a Lamborghini.
Okay.
I'm joking.
You drive a tractor?
No, I said I got a Lamborghini.
No,
drive
back in the
a
1920s, that'd be a tractor, bro. So he might.
Really?
Yeah.
So either way, so we'll take my car. I'll put the cherry on top. We'll run all the red lights.
Hey, I mean,
I'll follow behind him. Ambulance chaser.
Are you trained in drive?
Yes.
You're trained to drive auto? I don't remember giving that to you.
I have a vehicle, so I'm just gonna wing it. I probably won't hit trees. Much.
I am trained in drive auto.
You literally have to be trained to drive an auto.
I think it's more for like evasive
You
driving.
have a Ford Model
Okay.
T at home, but you came here on the bus.
I have a Ford Model T.
Yes.
Not even a Model A, dude. He's got a Model T.
Yo,
That's the one where the chassis is made out of the frame that they ship the windshield in.
Those had a top speed of 40 miles an hour. That was one of the fastest cars back in the day.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, very safe. Very safe.
I mean, I gotta have hobbies.
Be careful with that.
I've been actually
Distraction.
tinkering on the
It's
side.
dangerous.
So are you
I might
all
put a boat-
jumping into
My
Nick's
jalopy.
Buick?
Your Buick, how many does it seat?
My Buick seats 4 comfortably.
It's only gonna seat 4 comfortably. Actually, it'd seat 5 comfortably. Two in the front, and then a bench in the
Would
back.
you-
Actually, it'd be 2 benches, so
Alright.
6.
Yeah.
Blake, I'm gonna test your editing skills. Put a picture of a Buick up on
I will
screen
text you a
above my
picture.
head.
No, I was gonna find the Ghostbusters before they got the car fixed.
No, the car I prefer you show people is the car, the purple car the bad guy drove in the wacky races.
No, Dick Dastardly's car.
Yeah.
It's technically a Buick.
Wonderful.
That was basically a giant jet engine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so
But yeah,
You all
1917 Buick
clamber-
Touring.
you all clamber into Ross's corner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you all.
That's what I'm driving, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, it's my
That looks kinda
1917 Buick.
Alright, you all jump into Nick's Buick and begin to.
During Assholes campaign.
Yeah. Alright. You head toward Ross's Corner, which is a hamlet located a few miles west of Arkham.
Not a burg.
Can we
it's
start
not
like
hamlet.
Chuck's feed and seed?
What would you like to buy at Chuck's Feed and Seed?
Feed and seed, obviously.
Would you like to spend money on that?
Yeah.
Do they have pets there?
They have pets there. Let me see. They have horses,
Oh, nice.
And horses.
but you order them. They take a while to get there.
Alright, I'll just buy some chickens.
All right, you.
You only need like a singular chicken there, mate.
We might have to do this ritual multiple times. We'll stuff them into the.
He's like, we're gonna end doing this. I'm bringing. We need to get a goat there.
Actually, that one's a better one because it's got the spotlight and everything.
Well, all right. So you're going to buy a chicken.
Yep, and a goat. We're gonna stuff them in the back seat.
They-
Whoa, 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 whoa! I've got a bad feeling we're about to be doing some ritualistic magic.
It's a farm, don't worry. That's where this stuff is supposed to take place. We're just gonna shove it in the trunk.
All right.
Not of your car?
A pork chicken.
It's gonna be dead by the time we get there.
Yeah, death by goat
I've got
stomp.
AC. I've got AC, it'll be fine.
You cannot.
You do not have AC, unless you mean alternating current.
How much are chickens worth?
Less than $1.
Yeah.
I'm about to say.
Dude, you
maybe
can literally
25
buy
cents.
little chicks for
He has
50
plenty of
cents
money.
at the
He
tractor.
just.
Yeah, you buy a chicken.
Dude,
Multiple
we're
chickens.
both
Buy
in
3
the
chickens.
high end of middle.
All right.
Yeah.
So you buy 3 chickens.
Can I get the goat?
There are no goats.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought 3 chickens then.
All right. So you have 3 chickens.
Yep, and some feed.
All right, and you grab a bag of feed as well.
Okay.
And I grab a 5-cent Coke. Need a Coke for a road trip. Bottle of soda.
Coke with
Pop.
No, Coke.
You need to
A
stop
bottle
right
of Coke.
now.
We live in Florida. It's called Coke.
Look, this is a major metropolitan city, not the Midwest. It's a Coke.
Actually, no, that would be up north. It would have been called Pop.
It's a Coke.
Yeah, but
All right.
Coke.
You get some soda pop from the feed and seed.
funny
I
thing.
need you to tell me yes or no. Did I get a bottle of Coca-Cola?
He wants the cocaine in it.
I need my daddy needs his powder, bro.
Just say no.
Well, you're not.
Or say yes. Your choice.
You know, I'm a. You know what? Where's my? Oh, I lost my hair tie. That's sad.
Good.
All right. So you do not find any Coca-Cola. I apologize. Did you have some Shasta?
That wasn't made.
That
like
wasn't a thing.
Or Fresca.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any cola syrup and stuff? You know, I'll just go to the soda fountain. It's fine. Fuck you.
Fanta.
Fanta.
Alright.
That didn't
So we
come
got
around
his.
till World
We
War
got
II.
chickens. We got feed.
It's fun.
We got
Yeah.
soothing syrup and such. Did we get to the farmhouse?
Yeah, let's drive to the farmhouse.
So-
Cherry on the hood, doing top speed the whole time.
You were
35.
given a small map in the journal, so you know how to
36.
get there. You do start passing through the hamlet. As you drive through, some people give you some odd glances.
Because I have a jalopy?
because they don't get a lot of visitors here.
Occasion goes bang bang.
What were you doing with your chicken? Just
I put them in the
We don't
trunk.
ask that question.
I haven't done anything
so you
yet.
put them in the trunk.
Something
Yeah.
phrenological.
And we're going.
Does that Buick even have a trunk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it has a front seat, a back seat, and a trunk.
Okay.
But he's not in my Buick. I'm not letting him put a bunch of chickens in the trunk of my
he's-
Buick.
Are you in your own car? Okay.
I did say.
You see
All
what I'm
right.
trying
So
to do?
you now, as two cars at once drive into the Ross's corner, a lot of people give you a lot of strange glances.
Just when you hear the chicken occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally the of the chicken inside the inside.
Well,
You're driving.
I'm driving. I know, so I'm glancing out, just making sure they gotta hold this chicken.
Oh, wonderful. You do eventually reach the farmhouse. You park a little ways away. The road does end. But you're able to kind of get your cars up far enough where you can just see it in the distance.
Ah, hey, we have the deed, guys. We inherited a farmhouse.
I don't want this farmhouse.
Well, then
Alright,
give up
the
your
road you
share.
drove down is Boone Road.
You mean a haunted farmhouse?
As you pass, sorry, I'll say this. As you were driving through, you do notice that you see a dead tree blackened by a lightning strike from years past, which marks the turn-off for the path and the farmhouse. The farmhouse becomes visible after traveling along the path through the trees. The road is a wide, weed-grown gravel track leading to the farmhouse and the remains of a large barn. It is a house of 18th century salt box design, so it's a one-story, kind of like little, no-room kind of house. It may have a cellar from what you guys understand.
I wish I had a chainsaw. Chainsaw and a shotgun would be perfect right now. What evil book? Conjure demons? I need a chainsaw and a shotgun.
Yeah, that would be great.
Groovy.
You're gonna have to lose your hand though.
Not yet. Not at first.
I got first. They all have to die.
As you look, you see that the roof is a little bowed in. Most of the shingles are still there. But the area gives a
foundation.
weird, eerie kind of quiet, as you would think that
Like
you're
unusually quiet.
unusually quiet. Yeah,
Wait,
So
you
we
forgot
hear-
to say it's quiet.
yeah, very quiet.
Too
Quiet, silent, even.
Advanced
Um,
silence.
No birds sing. You don't hear any chirping of crickets.
So naturally have that kind of
So it must not be
That
very
little
humid out. if there's no
creepiness
chirping
up our
crickets.
spine, kind of like something's
Yeah.
not right.
You get as you get out of the vehicles, you do get a kind of eerie sense that something is watching you.
Oh god, I hate
Alright,
Stop
I'm
looking at me.
I'm gonna
What?
shove Henrietta into the inside pocket of my trench coat.
Okay, Henrietta, got it.
See,
She
we're
squawks
already
and
getting into
tries,
the
but
Evil Dead. There's
after
a
minute she
Henrietta
realizes
now.
She can't move.
She'll calm down.
Yeah, I forgot. Her name was Henrietta.
I go to the trunk of the car and I pull out my investigative tools, my shotgun, my pistol, my flashlight, my magnifying glasses. Shit's about to get weird. I can feel it.
I'll bring my magical murder bag.
Can't you feel it in the air tonight?
And there's like no signs of any lights from the house, nothing
I
like
remember.
that.
Don't worry.
It looks like it's an abandoned farmhouse.
How can I ever forget? What was the first time? The last time we ever met?
You reached the farmhouse around, let's say,
I got you.
8 o'clock. The sun is just about to go down.
So we're like, the
like a
sun's
living
going
thing.
down, so it's getting, the dark's starting to come in, but still
Yeah.
light enough that we
Yeah,
can
it's
see.
about summer, springtime. There are wildflowers growing around.
Are they growing now?
Yes.
Okay.
Plants and such are still there. In fact, a lot of weeds are grown, and it's a little bit of a
It's just no spiders.
yeah. Well,
I
you can roll for that.
I really.
Yeah. It's overgrown, not very well kept. As you look, you see that behind the house is actually a very tattered looking barn. It looks like it kind of fell. Parts of it has already like fallen to pieces.
Like the center part, kind of like doing this.
Yeah. Like the roof was bowing.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I've read this book, by the way. If anyone goes in there and sees a frog, step on it.
Why?
Because it's actually the half-son of a summoned old one. And, yeah, if it gets out and starts rehydrating and eating things, it'll become, like, building-sized and kill everybody.
I'd like to say this is from your occult background that you're sharing this information.
Yes.
Oh, so this really is a thing we're about to bump into, and he's a little irked that you said it out loud. Got it.
Yeah, just giving you guys a heads up.
Yeah.
So don't kiss the frog.
Can I shoot it with my shotgun?
Kill it.
Okay.
Do I believe him? I mean, because part of my job is to try to debunk.
This is
fake
a doctor of phrenology.
Which
you're
am I?
talking to.
What am I rolling against whatever he is?
You would be
The flat skull needs to question you.
occult, I guess, because that would be the only thing. You're okay. Roll a fast talk for me.
It's not a fast talk.
Let's see, 25.
This is more like a
25?
charm.
Oh wait, is there a charm on there? Yes.
Yes.
Is there a charm higher than your fast talk?
His
Well-
charm should be pretty high. I think I gave it to him.
I mean, it has a check mark next to it, but there's no numbers next to it. So it's still 15. Unless I add something to that. Like, appearance should be added to that or something.
Yeah, I believe so.
Appearance?
I don't know.
Yeah, add your appearance to that, I believe, for charm.
So it's
Okay.
75% with the 15% plus the 60 from charm. Or from appearance.
Okay. So what did you roll?
I rolled 25.
All right.
He passed.
You passed.
What am I rolling against? What am I rolling?
You're going to be rolling. Let's say your education. You're going to go up against like trying to believe this man.
Okay, so I just roll against my education to see if I
Yeah.
can.
See if you've ever heard such a
I
thing.
think you should be rolling archaeology to get through all that bullshit.
Or occult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one? You're the DM. You choose.
Occult.
Okay.
Makes sense?
59 to my 60. So technically, I succeed against my skill.
Okay. So
Therefore, you know it's true.
But he
Fair.
succeeded higher than he's.
He did have a
Exactly.
better success.
So, like combat during these kind of things, he wins because he rolled under half. Under half. So he gets. Damn, I'm really
You're inclined to believe
Yeah,
it.
you're inclined to believe. it.
I've heard of such things in my studies, but not enough to sway me not to believe him. Basically, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I pull out my duct tape.
But
I attach my flashlight to the end of my shotgun using my duct tape.
do they have duct tape then?
And then I go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they'd have duct tape back then.
I don't remember them that.
Well,
so.
whatever tape I'm using, scotch. I adhere the end of that. Fucking hose clamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
I attach the flashlight to the
So
shotgun
watch
as
out
my own
for a
invention.
frog. And since we've had something summon and he didn't look right.
I'm gonna go check the barn for
Not
that
to mention
frog.
some of this other stuff we've come
As long as
across.
you kill it.
You want to come with?
Yeah. More hands, more maneuver.
All right, me and him are going to check the barn for
Well,
frog.
what about my stick? And then pull the rapier out of it. Sword cane.
High tensile steel sword key.
Professor, we should stick with these two because I don't really want to wander into this place alone. You feel that, right?
I pull out my crowbar and I go, would anybody like a crowbar just in case?
I grabbed my umbrella just in case. I could
Crowbar?
poke with it, but
Axel?
I do want to include. I finally found it. I was trying to look at it. Just it
There is
mentions
a
it right
frog
here.
that
Yeah.
turns into a giant creature.
I mean, there probably is actually a father turned a giant creature.
Maybe. It's regular success, hard success, and extreme success.
Okay. I'm semi-hard on my last roll.
All right, Dick. All right.
Asshole.
I would get my flashlight out, like, all right, well, if you guys want to investigate the barn, let's go investigate the barn then. Yep.
I have no flashlight.
You want to investigate the barn?
I want to go to the barn, so
You need a flashlight?
I'm not.
have a flashlight.
We're not Scooby Dooing this. We're sticking together because I feel like something's watching
Okay,
us.
now-
I hear no birds.
I only equipped myself with 2 flashlights. I have one, he has the other. Does anybody else have a flashlight?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Alright, everybody else, alright, cool. Everybody have your flashlight.
All right. So, all right. So you all head toward the barn.
Yes.
All right. You all head straight toward the barn. Alright, as you get close, you realize that a lot of the debris is everywhere. So going further might be detrimental.
Difficult. You could say.
Difficulty, yes.
But not quite easy.
And don't step on any rakes. Alright, let's keep moving.
Okay, so
Alright, so everyone entering the barn, I'd like a dex roll to traverse the debris
Fucking
without
rakes.
Dex.
You
I
just
don't see
told me to
Dex.
avoid rakes.
Where's Dex?
Dex is at the top. Characteristics.
I keep barely succeeding.
I succeed.
Succeed?
I succeed. 84 to my 85.
12 to my 40 to succeed.
Okay, you're fine, yeah. Low is good.
Close very.
In fact, you're like hopping, skipping.
Yeah,
around the
I'm-
debris.
He's behind everyone else, like
Dude, I
going,
believe this,
don't
but-
step there, don't step there.
Another hopper skipper.
Against 55.
Yeah. So you are both able to go quickly through the debris, and you are able to follow.
Basically, one person leads the way. Just step where I step.
Yep. There's a lot of broken glass. The remains of several rusted farm tools and horse tacks are all there to be found.
Good call on the rake.
As you look, there are nothing other than those farm tools and horse tacks. As you look around, you scare a rat sitting over in the corner, and it scurries away.
It's okay. I don't care about rats.
Well, it's not wearing
Unless he changed it to a rat. I shoot the rat.
Do you shoot the rat?
Do you shoot the rat?
Shoot the rat.
Alright.
Mind behind me.
Roll a.
Warn us with that.
Alright, roll a firearms skill.
All right. So this is firearms, rifle, shotgun.
Yep.
Oh.
And now the mouse is going to attempt to dodge.
Okay.
Is the rat wearing a beret and a little leather harness with a little tooth
don't
and nail
bother.
in it?
Okay.
14 against 65.
You watch as the rat explodes into pieces.
Was it because of me?
You believe so.
Okay.
As the
It's
shot,
like, you know, you fire over here.
as the shot rings out into the silence of the area, you
They didn't have
hear,
silencers.
you hear a shout come from the farmhouse.
We do? I don't think I hear
An
anything
almost
right now.
surprised yell.
Does it sound
Moving
human?
on. Alright, do we find the frog?
No, you do not.
Do
find
I see
You
any...
would like to roll spot hidden for the frog.
Yes.
Okay, roll spot hidden.
I'd like to look for any runes carved into the frame or the
43.
walls.
I would like to roll from the frog.
In the barn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That
So
shout.
Hold on.
you roll
5.
5. Okay. You are unable to find any runes or
Love this
carvings
bad boy.
at all in the barn.
Yeah.
The barn
Call it
is
little
mostly
Lou.
just
Always rolls
falling to
low.
absolute pieces.
Yeah.
A lot of the wood is very rotted, and as you push against it, you feel as if one good solid
Like,
push would
it's
collapse the whole.
soft at this point. I think, ooh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Worrying
let's
soft.
get out of this building. It's not structurally sound. I'm gonna... And did you... maybe I didn't hear right, but was there yelling from the house?
Yeah,
As a police officer, I'm inclined to investigate that yelling noise.
okay, well,
Alright.
before that, was the
The
yelling
rat clearly was trying
human
to
sounding?
You heard more of a yelp, not a yell, but more of like a very loud, like
Let's-
exclamation.
I would like to convert my search for the frog to the search for the voice that made that noise.
They might have screaming goats, don't worry.
No. Before that, we shared the information. We know that whatever was here,
It's in the
made
house and it's
screeching
warded.
sounds. It was not warded.
Yeah, no. I read in part of the journal that they put up wardings to keep the creature in the house.
The pentagram was broken.
Yes.
That was the ward that was containing it. It
Oh.
was set free.
Yeah, but some of the stuff was saying that they actually put runes onto the house itself.
It was flung from the house.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
There's some contradictory stories there. But we heard something, so, I mean, we're here. Let's go
I can't in
investigate the
good
house.
conscience. What if that is just some dizzy dame who's just lost off her kilter and just needs to be set straight and out of here?
Maybe it was Henry.
I gotta look into it. I'm sorry. You can wait here if you want, but I gotta go look.
All right. So what was your spot hidden roll?
43.
You're unable to find any frogs.
Okay, I want to roll one more for something heavy to throw at this building after we all vacate it.
Okay.
No, 84.
You
There's nothing
find a
heavy
big
around.
rock.
Oh, good enough. Alright, pick up the rock. I move out. Follow him.
Everyone moving toward the farmhouse now?
Yeah.
Or around the farmhouse?
I'm going into the barn to see what made the
No,
yelping noise.
the yelping noise came from the actual farmhouse itself.
So we're gonna go check
We were
it
in
out.
the barn just before.
Yeah, you were inside the barn. It is collapsing, and when you shot, you heard an exclamation come from the farmhouse.
Okay. Well, we better go check out that
we are
barn
out of the
now.
barn. You grab a rock as we're starting to walk to the farmhouse. What do you do?
I chuck it at the barn.
All right, roll a strength check.
Beefy.
63, but I pass.
All right, you're able to throw the rock through one of the decaying walls. Part of it clunks down, sending up more debris. You cough as some probably shattered glass goes into your lungs, but you think you'll be fine.
Okay, alright, I want to find another rock and aim for something more structurally important.
All right.
Why?
36. Find a rock.
You do find
Because he's gonna
several
cast it
stones,
to make
but
it
no
smaller
big
and then throw
rocks.
it in. Big.
Damn, alright.
Setting
Give
up
up
for
that.
Dylan's game.
Okay.
Which,
You know,
Take
just
care
throw
of that,
multiple
too.
stones at it if you'd like. You know, death by 1,000 stones, as they say.
I'll set it on fire later.
Okay.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
But that was the
Don't-
joke.
Yeah.
all right, me and Officer Richard over here are going to proceed to the front of the farmhouse. then.
Okay.
Detective is fine.
All right, detective.
Alright, head to the farmhouse.
All right.
I'm examining the structure as we're walking up, looking for any signs of ruins, markings.
Well, actually, as you go up, you do see that the house does have ruins painted on the walls.
Painted, not
Ruins or
carved.
runes?
Let me look for the exact.
Or ruined runes?
What do the rooms look like?
Are they Nordic?
That one's a lot.
Scandinavian,
It's
perhaps?
like a triangle.
I've never seen a Swedish rune before, but you'd think they had them, right?
Are carved with symbols of a strange nature.
Carved?
Did they match the ramblings of our good Armitage?
No.
How about the bad one?
You could roll to see if you could find out what it is.
What was
Roll
made
an
in
occult check.
An occult check?
Oh, no, 66. We're good.
Yes. I'd have to go.
It's a...
Nope, 79. I had to be a 5.
I was one away from an extreme success,
Okay.
but still a really good one.
Rolled a couple of good ones, but I ain't gonna take the risk.
You do know that these symbols are known to be protection charms.
Yeah, yes, I've seen it in some of my studies actually.
Wait,
Good
are you protecting
defense.
from the outside or the inside?
Mainly
Uh,
used to contain.
They are symbols of power used to ward against otherworldly spirits. A good defense if left in place, but if they are cut away from the house, they are rendered useless.
It's more actually like just a barrier in general.
What
Nothing
mean-
get in that's bad, but
Yeah.
nothing get out.
What side of the house are we on?
Front.
You went to the barn, so you were at the back of the house.
On the front side of the house and on the wall, whichever wall we put, the exterior wall we passed left or right.
No.
Did any of the ruins, to any of our memory, look incomplete or maybe scratched?
No, all of them look generally intact.
Okay.
There are some, obviously over time, a little bit of like mold or something on them, but the ruins themselves, even though the wood around them might be looking slightly tattered, are actually very well preserved.
It's almost as if this part of the wood is still almost not pristine,
Almost
but
if it's protected.
yeah. I will actually begin.
I didn't know that dust was an evil spirit.
I will
It's
then
not
begin
hard as a
copying the
rune.
rune, every different
Yeah,
rune I
please.
see into my book, kind of taking notes of this.
Alright. So you take your time, you go
Just your
around,
front
and
knowledge,
you.
just do it up.
Yeah, pretty much like okay, so protection rune. Yeah, for that one story, and then making notes of
No, you do.
what I remember of what of
Don't put my eye
cross-referencing and.
Bruce.
Okay. Alright. After that, does anyone else want to check around? Oh,
What phrenology,
Phrenology,
Bruce?
I apologize. I think I understand what phrenology is now.
What is it?
The study of a human skull.
Yes,
Yes,
but in relation to how it affects people's traits like intelligence, aggression, creativity. And if you hit someone in the right spot to change the shape of the brain, you can therefore change their personality.
I see.
Usually pretty negatively.
Call him the puppet man,
You
believe
should just call that Tucky Burger.
Okay, moving on. You
Hey,
write down the
money.
ruins into
Yeah.
your notebook. You set up
Usually on
next to the back door.
Yep.
Where everyone else did.
Flashlight right on the back door.
Unfortunately, following the crazed man with the shotgun.
Alright, following the shotgun man.
Why am I crazed?
Because you shot a rat for no reason.
Not for no reason. Wait, did you roll opposed bluff check? Roll your occult check.
I mean, he is a doctor of
Phrenology. Did you see the shape of that rat skull? Very unusual. That was clearly a frog, mutated, transformed / altered into a
That
rat.
was a frog
How do you
wearing
know?
a rat's skin.
You know, I think
Either
he
way.
like reptiles.
Once again, how did you kill rats on the farm? Because we used a shotgun when I was a boy.
We never
Cats.
killed the rats. Oh,
You
the
killed cats with a shotgun?
Frogs.
as a
No,
boy?
you have a bunch of like farm cats.
Did you see a barn cat?
No.
All right then.
Okay. Alright. Probably done his job. There's only one rat. Alright. So you stack on the back door. What do you do?
I'll go to the front door. I want to knock on the front door.
Alright.
If I shoot through the back door, could I hit the guy at the front door?
You knock on the front door. There is no answer.
I shout,
question.
traveling sales phrenologist.
There is no answer coming from the dark
Is it
house.
open?
guys, I
Uh,
guess somewhat inside.
You try to open it, but it seems to be locked.
I'll go to
You do have
That's it. I have a crowbar.
Once
Yes, I
again,
you
can.
have the key to the house.
We
You
did
have
the key to the
You
house.
have the deed to the key.
It's our house.
Oh yeah.
But
alright.
he's given up ownership of his share.
Alright.
So it's our.
so yeah, so I'd be kicking the door in like I own the place, or at least a portion of it.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it's police
Well,
officer. I
As I
can't
go to
take
pull the
bribes.
key out, that you kick the door in. It's like, okay.
No, I'm not gonna kick the door in. We have a key. It was in the box.
Yes. That's what I was telling him. He could just.
I'm going to move the shotgun away so as somebody opens the door, I'm not pointing a live weapon at them.
Gotcha. Alright.
It doesn't work. Oh, call the locksmith.
Yeah,
Did you
it
just
does-
say curry?
Yeah, Curry. You unlock the door. The door slowly begins to open.
I got my flashlight. I'm looking around. I'm
Classic.
assuming his gun goes down.
Why'd you open one if you still have some in the other?
There was none in there.
There
Into an empty can.
He did. Alright, sorry.
But yes, what do we see inside this area of the house?
Dimly
Is it a
lit.
kitchen?
I don't worry, we have flashlights.
If only we brought some candlesticks. Shame.
Alright.
But after the phrenologist, he got to see the inside of his own skull.
Two down.
As you open the door into the back room,
Yeah.
the back room, as you enter, you see that there is a comfortable armchair in one corner, and a table stands against the wall beneath the rear window. An old walking stick lies on the top of the table. The fireplace is large and made of gray stone. An unlocked back door. Oh, the unlocked. Now, it was unlocked.
Ah,
I apologize.
that's why I went. Oh, because they're unlocked.
Well, no,
Back
it's
door
unlocked
needs-
now
it's a
because we
push.
unlocked it.
No, he did notice when he put the key in, the lock was already unlocked.
It's a push door.
A push door, indeed. Yes.
So, a walking stick, a large fire.
What kind of
A
walking
trapdoor set in the middle of the ceiling overhead
I've read
leads
this
to what
book.
you believe to be attic space. The
Oh,
wooden frame surrounding the trapdoor is decorated with the same occult carving seen over the doors and windows of the house.
Close the back door. We're not letting the frog escape.
What?
well,
Sathaga?
I'm just being very clear.
Look,
we're
it's-
not letting nothing escape the house.
Well, not to
Thing
get
is,
your ire up, but yeah.
it's probably
Sathaga.
nothing. I've debunked a lot of stuff in my time so far, but
Protection
I'm-
wards on the outside.
that's
Protection
why
ward
I'm
up
hoping
here.
there's something here for once.
No.
Do you know how many fake
Dude,
psychics I've
I
had to
have
deal
seen
with?
some real stuff that will turn you.
This one
white.
lady was charging $1 a minute for her readings. Crazy.
Okay,
Calm
that
down.
sounds to me like you're just poor with your money. And he's just crazy.
What about me?
You're just a gun wielding maniac.
He's like,
Would you like to rephrase?
You know, he's,
You're like a gun
he's out of
wielding
line,
maniac.
but he's not wrong. Okay, yeah, we do shut
Don't
the
be
door.
mad
though.
because you can't afford a gun.
Wait,
You do see in the corner in one. Okay.
A frog!
but do you
It's
need the walking
frog!
stick? Do you need that walking stick?
I would prefer to have it as a weapon because I have no weapons.
Hey, I offered you a crowbar.
There you go, man.
I wasn't going to take
Is it a good solid wood walking stick?
Yeah, obviously.
Like someone who
Wait,
used like on a
is
nature
it one
trail?
of the ones with the metal heads, or is it just like a hook?
Yeah, is it a cane or is it actually like someone's like they took a
Well, he said walking stick, which usually implies a nice handle and decorative. A cane would have the hook for infirm.
Yeah, but I've also known like people like in Tennessee.
And
that
does
they-
it have a sword in it?
You can check if you'd like.
No, he has to check. He's the one with the stick right now.
I mean, it's still sitting on the table.
He saw his
hand it
cane
to
had a
him.
sword in it. He might assume all canes have swords in it.
Here's a stick.
Hang
It's, use it to thwack your enemies.
Okay.
If need be.
How much damage do I do with cane?
1d3.
That's awful. I'll stick
Yeah.
to my hands.
Actually, it might just be. No, no.
1d2 for hand combat.
Because I do one. I know. I do 1d3 plus DV.
Alright. Yeah, but what's your DB? What's your damage bonus? It's on the right hand side. Blank.
You don't have one.
Bottom right.
Yeah.
Bottom right hand corner.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice.
So, you walk into the room. You
Yes.
grab your
We do
walking
see
stick.
more of the markings. I would, after giving him the stick, start writing down the other markings. Is there a lot of them, or like one per wall kind of
Yeah.
situation?
Is it like Charlie Day with the red?
You don't
red
see
string?
any other runes written on the walls. It's mostly just on the trap door. You see one on the door, like frame.
Mm-hmm. So like the door frame we came through, there was actually one on it,
One on it, yes.
and then on the trap door above us, there's actually one there.
Wait.
A couple there.
On
yes.
it? How?
It's on the door frame, like
Okay.
carved.
Okay. Also, we need to be on the lookout for a pentagram drawn on the ground.
And a frog.
It's going to be in front of a fireplace.
And a
Is
frog.
it this room?
You do not. Or would you like to roll a spy hidden?
It's not really hidden. It's like there's a fireplace. Is there a pentagram?
I believe they
Or
did the
the
ritual in
remnants
the
of
attic.
You do not see it.
30.
What's your spy hidden?
30.
30. So you matched it.
I rolled 30.
No, but what's the spot hidden number written on your
25.
25.
Mhm.
So you rolled above it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You find a pentagram drawn on the ceiling above the trapdoor.
You look around at the table. A lot of old
Yeah.
paper that kind of crumbles in your hands.
I'm going to take the table
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
said
going to
it's in
draw
the
it,
attic.
pull it over up to the attic,
The paperwork
and I'm
says
going to open the attic.
Don't open it yet.
And I'm going to aim to open the attic and then stop.
Let's
Are you going to use your
check
hook
the
to
rest of
open
this
it?
floor for any of their items, because there might be some clues of the ritual in.
Oh, right. See what
Because
happens.
according to, and I pull out
Who says we should
the
go this way?
journal that we had gotten, and I point to it. Well, right here it says that it's in the attic. And actually, I kind of like do this, everyone. And do I hear anything above us, like anything moving around, bumping noises?
Roll a spy hidden.
Even though I'm still partially mop.
There's a listen for 20.
Which one do I do?
You're going to do a listen roll.
A listen roll. Well, it's 42 to 20, so fail.
You fail.
I hear nothing because my ears are still ringing.
I will listen as well.
We're still ringing from the shotgun.
There we are. Yes, I passed.
Here, you passed. You
Yes,
don't
I
hear-
did.
You don't hear anything above you, but you do hear a scuffle from below you.
I don't like it.
The frog's underneath us. Get out of the house.
I don't care enough about this frog.
Oh, you will.
It's got a skull like a cinderbug.
I guess I'll roll a spot hidden for more ruins.
He phrenologized it.
Well, we're still in the back room,
So
right?
you're doing a spot hidden?
Yeah, we're still in the back.
I'll
Go ahead.
analyze the shit out of
He's
it.
ready to open the attic. I was listening to hear if I could
26 to a
I heard
50.
something downstairs.
Wonderful. Alright. As you do look around, you do see a muddy
Babies.
blueprints on the floor coming
they
from
ours?
the back door. No, they're not.
Yeah,
It
that
has not.
question needed to be
It has not rained. It has not rained recently. It's dry muddy. Dry. Sorry, dry.
Oh,
foot.
so they're a couple hours old.
Dirt. Yeah.
So-
It's caked
Is
dirt.
the mud
Caked dirt.
still moist?
No.
Yeah, so it's like now powder clay kind of.
Yeah, it's caked
crust.
dirt. So, where do they lead?
Observe the footprints.
We got. Yeah. Well, you really gotta understand. is We gotta. change
As
this.
you look further, you notice that the fireplace contains embers of a recent fire, probably lit within the last day. A thick wool blanket has been tossed beside the fireplace. As you look even closer, you notice that there's an empty can of Campbell's pork and beans lies nearby.
Homeless person lives here.
Is there any firewood next to the fire?
I mean, someone could just be living here. Some abandoned farmhouse.
You see a couple like sticks.
So like tinder. There's no logs near the fire.
You see no logs, no.
We gotta find the hobo in the basement. We gotta evict him.
I think he's going to be this next.
Oh no. Just be patient. He's had nothing but pork and beans. This
Does
will
he-
alert us to his presence soon.
It probably just is a drifter who's hiding because of the gunshot.
The
So
feeling of being
let's go.
watched.
Oh, if
Has
this
it
is
gone
loose
away?
hobo from the last
No.
campaign.
It's almost if the walls have eyes.
Oh
No, inbreds. Oh yeah, that's the hills. We're good.
Yeah.
I'd say we go find the basement entrance.
Yeah, let's do
That
it.
would
Go
be
check the rest of the first floor. Or actually, this is a one-story but attic type building.
Yes, there. Well, you can look around.
Well, because we would see that walking up. Is it one story with an attic that
Yes.
we saw? Okay. For some reason, I was envisioning like a 2 or 3 story house.
We should probably go look for the cellar then. Usually
Yeah.
the entrance is outside.
Well, sometimes they have indoor.
This is in the north, so it'd be on the outside for tornadoes to get easily.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking for storm doors on the side of the house.
Well, I'm gonna do a quick once over for
Yeah, yeah.
anything else in the house on the
We'll do
first
that.
floor.
You did not enter the front room yet. You're in the back room.
Yes, I'd
Yeah,
like to
we're
explore
going to
the
look
rest.
through the rest of the house.
Yeah.
Alright. Do a spot hidden.
Did we study?
Oh god, no! Why? Why?
Wait, what are we looking for?
Spot hit. Just searching the rest of the house. First floor. 64 fills.
Alright.
Past.
Alright. You look around the house. As you enter the front room,
You find Lex.
you notice that is much more decrepit than the back room. Is very dirty and long untouched. A foul odor greets your noses as you enter. Dust lies thickly on furniture and empty shelves. Dead leaves and detritus are covering the floor. An iron stove rests against the wall, the ventilation pipe still connected to the outside. There's a round table with chairs near the stove. The wooden floor is warped and stained, the result of water leaking through the roof and ceiling. Rot has eaten away at a table, an old couch, and a matching wing chair. Perhaps these were moldering pieces of furniture or the sources of the foul odor in the room.
I doubt it.
It's
Any
probably
more-
full of bed bugs. Don't
Any
accident
more
that.
markings?
You see another one of the protection wards marked at the top of the doorframe.
Same one as the one on the
you
rear.
notice that there is stairs leading down to the cellar.
Oh, nice.
They're a fancy farmhouse,
A very steep flight of stairs.
Right.
like
So it must be
naval
a fruit
ship
cellar.
steep.
So it's probably a fruit cellar, not a storm cellar.
Yeah, like preservatives and stuff. Makes sense.
Does it look like the door was recently flung open?
No, there is no door.
No, but check back in 5 minutes.
Were there like signs of hinges where a door was, or is it just an opening going downstairs?
It's just an opening going down.
Oh, okay.
You, bridal though. Go down first.
Hello.
We come bearing gifts.
You
Hello
hear no
there.
answer.
All right. I'll take a look with my flashlight. You guys hear me?
Do you go down or you just kind of walk?
I'm at the top of the stairs. I'm looking down. What do I say?
Yes. What's your
you see a very
phrenologist
steep
eyes?
set of stairs leading to the floor.
Okay. Are they the kind of stairs that you can grab through? You know, because some stairs don't have backs.
From the angle you're standing, you can't really tell.
I-
Ladder
over.
type, yeah. All right. And does the ground, does it look dirt or concrete?
It looks like concrete.
A finished basement in this day and age? I'd go down the stairs.
All right. As you go down the stairs, each one creaks under your weight. And you go further.
I make sure to step on the outside of the steps, not the inside center, to diminish creaking.
All right. As you go down, I would like you to roll a spot hidden roll.
Okay, I'm gonna roll these on the 2d10s.
So, invest in spot hidden when he runs these games.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
No,
very
seriously,
important
that's why I put so much into it. I knew we were gonna need there's no other search or investigation stat.
Yeah, I missed that.
It's a very important skill.
Very important. Very important.
Just passed.
I just passed.
Just passed.
That's been my rolls all night,
Alright.
except for the fails.
Like we're talking 5 points difference.
As you go down, you see something scuffle ahead of you as a man comes out of the darkness wielding a table leg.
That's a weapon?
You believe so.
Drop it.
The scuffling
say that?
sideways?
Yes, I command drop it. Using persuasion. Persuade.
Also using gun, apparently.
I have it.
Persuade?
Well, no,
Yep,
the-
persuade. It's right under medicine, but above pilot.
Actually, he has a flashlight taped to the gun, so he wouldn't see the gun. He'd just see the
Yeah,
light.
he'd just see a flashlight pointed at him.
Multiple lights, actually. So,
Ooh, and that's a solid 20, and I have 30 in it, plus the 10% for actual persuasion.
So you hard pass.
So, yeah, I hard pass. Like,
like DV.
Yeah. The man seems to stutter for a moment, but his wild eyes show you that he's almost incoherent to your speech and keeps running towards you.
I unleash one shot. I warned him not to come at me.
So
I prepare for the
now,
shot. I see him.
I'm not going to look up the exact stat, but guns give you a major increase to your dex. Do you have that there?
I do not have an increase to my dex
No.
currently.
The for your order in combat. I'll look it up at this moment.
Yes, please. Yeah, I was uninformed of that. I thought it was just merely I'm
thought we
shooting
just
against
rolled
his
initiative.
dodge, which would be low, as he's currently feral.
He's
You
coming
know,
at
I'm
you.
gonna patent one of these shorter shotguns.
He'll
and
beat
call it
right at you
shockwave.
in 5, 10,
That's what it feels like when
20 seconds. Or steps, yes.
My beans! My rusted knife! I'm dying in 5, 10, 20 seconds. I was gonna go on a boat with some military guys.
I did the layers. I layered my jackets.
So many layers.
Oh no, he layered his jacket so thick
It's armor.
he can't penetrate.
There's
Possible.
no
And you
stuff
rolled
full of
Layered
layers.
denim.
You rolled your firearm to see if you could hit.
I rolled my firearm. It was 20 against my. Oh, I haven't rolled firearm. That was my my persuade to stop.
All right.
My firearms check, on the other hand. Just passes.
Just passes.
Yeah, like 1 point off, and I would have failed.
All
I'm
right.
so glad I put so much into shotgun and rifle, even though.
Yeah. All right. So you fire your shotgun. How
Yep.
much damage does it do?
4d6.
4d6. Okay. He attempts to dodge and fails.
9 damage as the shotgun hits him.
All right. You blow.
A hole in him?
Basically, you blow part of his shoulder off, and he drops the table stick, screaming in pain. He falls to the ground, whimpering, clutching at his ruined shoulder.
Is there any support braces in the center of this underground area?
Yes, you see one or two.
About how big around is it? Anything like this big?
About, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna handcuff him to it from the good arm to the wall, or
Okay.
to whatever that item is. Just pull up my handcuffs, clack, clack.
He is going into shock because of the
That's fine. You
shotgun.
handcuff
very
everyone.
Yeah, you very easily are able to maneuver him to the post and handcuff him to it.
Yep. And then I alert everyone that the current threat is down.
So,
And I
alright,
reload
the
my
curtain's
shotgun.
Down and down I go. All
Should we do
friends.
something about this guy?
I mean, you want me to finish him off? I will.
That would be murder.
He attacked a police officer after alerting that he's a police officer.
murder.
Nope, I'm sorry. That's what we call
That's what we call
improvised
murder, hobo
justice. I'm not a hobo.
Nor is he a cop of hobos. He's a cop of people. Hobos are not people.
Yeah, hobos are the wretched refuse, the derelict. A strain on the economy and the people around
So the
it.
guy's going into shock, right?
It doesn't mean
He's
gonna
in
die.
shock. He was in shock before he got shot with a shotgun.
Right, but there's
Well-
between medical shock and just shock.
Is he conscious or unconscious is the question.
He's very close to
Jamie,
being
was there wrong
conscious.
what I did there?
100%.
What, telling him to stop and when he kept coming at me, shooting him?
You didn't alert him you were a police officer.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
even if I didn't alert him, a police officer,
if he
I
wasn't
yelled
a
to
police
stop, he didn't stop, he continued attacking.
Professor, I know you're about
Also, you had a crowbar.
brain matter, but
But I was holding a shotgun, I wasn't
Can
holding
you
a
able to stop
crowbar,
the
but I had
bleeding
to
on
drop
this?
my flashlight
What
shotgun in order to grab the crowbar.
his
Over
bleeding?
the shotgun.
No, I
Eh,
shouldn't have done that.
yeah,
It's a
we should
saw.
just wrap some of his layers around it. They'll be
No, you
fine.
bend the barrel.
Take 2 Tylenol,
Yeah,
fully
with the
in the
barrel.
morning.
But can you do that?
Alright, I'm a murder
Yeah.
hobo. Fine.
You're 100% murder, how about?
I take out one of my scalpels. I'm gonna cut off part of his sleeve and then use it as a tourniquet and wrap it around his shoulder.
All right. Roll.
Would you like to borrow some of the snake oil laxative?
Yeah, roll medicine.
Well,
It's above persuade, but below occult.
right.
Oh, there is a persuade skill.
You got a 1%. Yeah, there is. It's right. I told you there was.
Hold on, let me find the 0.
My choices were charm, persuade, fast
6.
talk, or another one.
You're able to tie what you believe to be a tourniquet on his arm, and the bleeding after a couple more minutes starts to slow down.
Alright. I start slapping him.
Uh,
Tell me, why you're here?
He
Why do you
is.
need to rough him up so much?
He's already been shot.
Yeah. The man
I could
is
just poke him. That's an email.
getting very pale,
Yeah.
and he sits there just shaking.
Where's the amber? Where's all the amber going?
Okay.
It's in the bedroom.
I swear to Cthulhu.
Swear to me!
He is unable to answer you.
Yeah, because he's dying.
He's been shot.
I search his pockets.
His shoulder. Oh God. Okay, this escalated quickly. I'm sorry I started this.
Okay, so.
I run upstairs to find a phone.
Oh my god. Does it feel like we're still being watched?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
down
much
here.
so. He
Alright.
is.
What do I
By
find?
the eyes
By
of God,
tons
no
of
less.
viewers like you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Don't listen to him. We don't thank you. We're just not.
Look through his pockets as he's sitting there slowly bleeding out. You find a folded straight razor, a whetstone for the razor,
It is you.
a whistle, and a 32 cents earned from his last odd job, you suspect.
Okay. Straight razor, how fresh shaven does this man look?
Perfect. He looks
You know
freshly
what?
shaved.
You know what concerns me is that he's sharpening a straight razor with a whetstone and not a straw, which would be easier to carry.
Also, you have to sharpen straight razors with a strop because you don't use chip blades.
But that's what it
Yes.
says.
Yeah. No, we're just pointing out as investigators that this is
This is
sus.
suspicious.
Also, I just
Alright.
own a straight razor.
I'll
Yeah.
rip off his other sleeve and tie that around him.
And now he's going hypothermic
No.
because he has no warmth.
Oh yeah, this man's
Find the
dead.
0.
Do we have any alcohol?
7.
Alright, so worse than the last one.
Yeah, but now he has 2.
You tie an even tighter tourniquet.
Wait, are you providing medical
Yep.
or are you providing first aid?
Oh.
Because
well,
first aid is the 30% chance.
Oh,
and those would be
okay, actually.
successes.
That's
Right.
actually better, yes. You are able to.
well done investigating that paper.
Good job. We're learning together how to play this game. No, you all. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Jeez. Okay, you're able to do a tourniquet. You're able to.
See, I
stop
shot
the
him, but I
bleeding.
just saved his life.
Alright, I'm going to begin my examination.
Of his skull.
I'm going to phrenology him. I'm going to see
Roll.
what kind of character he is, whether and how to negotiate him with psychologically.
Okay.
So 12, so I really pass. I
Is
pass
it
very
extreme
far.
success?
It's extreme success.
Well, as a phrenologist, you're able to determine from his skull.
Hey, he's a good dude.
That this man got shot by a man with a shotgun. What else do you need to know?
You find the man
I'm
was
a
a
cop.
soldier from the Great War. You suspect.
man with a
Their newest battle.
Hey, I was a soldier in the Great War.
You see that he's been, by the shape of his
Occipital lobe.
occipital lobe,
Extreme eyesight. He's probably an excellent marksman.
you notice that he must have been wandering around aimlessly for many a time.
Shot me another hobo.
Oh, God.
You know, James is going, another?
But as you look at his frontal lobe, you realize he is an honest man.
Alright,
Hardworking
now I'm
guys.
going to use my psychology.
Okay.
Maybe he was
Which
trying to
is
provide for
literally
kids.
all zeros. I don't know what that means.
That's 0.
That's
That's 100.
That's 100.
So
That's-
I incredibly hard
So-
fail psychology.
You fumble.
So as you
Euphoridian slipped.
I mean, as you go up to this man after observing his skull,
You
you
puncture
grab
his
his
skull.
shoulders. The one that was shot, yes. You
Oh,
know.
yeah.
What is wrong with you?
This is not persuasion.
With occasional-
I'm trying to understand his psychology.
Yes,
So,
yes.
What
Sorry.
hold on.
Yeah.
What I believe him to be is
Yeah.
not just an honest, lonely hobo who's been wandering around for a long time, but I believe that he is actually a wandering psychopath who joined the military just to murder people, and I'm going to tell everyone as such.
Get your hands off of my head.
Oh, sorry. Alright.
You sit there shaking him.
Yeah.
Your hand is getting covered with a little bit of blood.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sure.
Wait a minute. I do remember one thing. Take my one of my flasks of vodka whiskey and clean the wound. It's alcohol. That's how we did it back
As
in the war.
he goes to pass you the alcohol, you realize the man you've been shaking is no longer moving.
Ah. Okay. Nope, sorry, Jim. He's dead. Alright, I clean the alcohol off my hands.
I'm a phrenologist, not a doctor.
Yeah, so are my hands clean yet?
Hey, that stuff don't grow on trees.
You are able to clean your hands of
Whiskey?
murder that you just entitled to.
I saved his
I start
life for at
passing
least,
the
like,
flask
30
around.
seconds.
Anybody whiskey?
Now I need some. I hand it back.
Pull out my
Can I roll a
knife.
sanity check on that?
No. Well, I mean, technically we did just witness
As-
a dude die by horrible means.
As the man dies, and you watch his lifeless corpse lay there,
Yay, 37 cents.
everyone roll a sanity check.
Oh.
Which I believe you have
below sanity.
below sanity.
That's still.
And you what?
Below sanity.
No, you said something after that.
No, below sanity.
I believe you have.
Oh, I believe you have a resistance against
Video
death,
game.
right? But because
That's,
you're
that must be the video game. I didn't find that anywhere in the book.
oh, okay, cool.
41. I have 55.
You're good.
I'm saying,
Huh?
yeah, because I'm the one who did the murdering. I'm not gonna feel bad. He came out
Apparently
with a
numb to him
stick.
killing people because I rolled a 57.
I failed.
You failed.
I'd like to
Right.
check his pulse.
Hi, buddy. Hi, friend.
Is it above your sanity?
Yes.
You failed.
You failed.
Oh,
You take 6 sanity damage each.
Anyway, I'd like to check his pulse. Make sure he's dead.
You check his pulse and you feel nothing.
Okay, I remove my handcuffs. Or put them back in my pocket.
That's insane.
I have to pay for those myself, you know.
I mean,
looked
it's insane
through
he
his
died.
pockets for
It took a good job.
identification.
You
Shotgun,
look through
baby.
his pockets, you find
Nothing,
Like a
because I've taken
license
it
or
all.
anything.
nothing
A
at
library card.
Wait.
No, he's
Did
taking
you
everything.
check the prison pocket?
I'm not checking that prison pocket.
Phrenologist, put on your gloves. Check the prison pocket.
Already did.
Then from that, I'm like, I'm already in deep. So then I start searching the
You
basement
know,
for
the old Dylan pouch.
more runes, something like that. Anything?
Alright,
Pentagrams?
as-
The DB sack.
As you look throughout the cellar, aside from the dead man, you
Besides the
can,
dead man,
Yeah.
you have dog hair on your phone or phone hair on
you
your
see
dog.
that light filters through cracks in the floorboards of the rooms above, but not enough to
Did
see
you get the
clearly
digits,
by.
Bruce?
You use your flashlights to look around.
Mhm.
Yes, we do. Noting that I have reloaded my shotgun.
The cellar is a small and has a low ceiling, making the
Down
room
to
feel
8 rounds.
almost claustrophobic. The floor is hard, packed earth. I apologize. I was wrong.
Mother!
I was wrong.
I was about to
I
say
apologize.
concrete basement. These people are rich.
You know,
I was looking at the picture. The picture.
I've
doesn't
shot
look
hobos
like
for
I
less than
apologize.
that, Mr. Josh.
I start digging a hole.
The cooler.
He does have a shovel.
I do have a shovel.
Before we start digging,
No, dude, it's alright. Just kill him. A cop. He had a
Oh my
weapon. He was
God.
coming right at me.
All right.
He's lucky I issued the warning.
Yeah, but you're a PI. You're not actually a cop.
No, I am a
You
police
begin to dig a
detective.
hole.
Oh, I thought you said you were private.
Well, you said it was
No,
okay.
police
So I
detective.
stopped.
I'm not looking at anybody's privates.
All right. Back to this. All right, guys.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. It's cooler than the house above and smells of dirt and dust.
It's a
There's a
man
pair of
cave.
chairs against the wall at the base of the steps and a table with a missing leg resting on its side. The leg that
Gee,
you tried
I wonder
to
where
use.
it went. And he had 3 more in waiting.
Shelves line one wall. Cans and boxes sit on the shelves, each holding the long spoiled remains of foodstuffs. Several tins of tea leaves lurk among the cans, complete with a silver tea set, now long tarnished. There are a few cast iron pots and pans for cooking,
Buff that out.
and a set of tableware for eating. Additionally, on the lowest shelf, a row of bottles containing good liquor.
Nice.
I grab a bottle, pour out my vodka.
Yeah, I
whiskey.
looked directly. I knew who was gonna go for it.
I grab it every time. I'm like, fuck.
By the steps leading to the cellar is an old but still sturdy 8-foot ladder. Behind the steps is a pile of lumber, a bag of rusted nails, and a wooden box with some
Taking
old
it.
tools: hammer, handsaw, hand drill with 3 different bits, chisel,
Hand
and a
drill.
rasp.
A chisel.
Chisel.
In the corner near the shelves is a bundle under an old tarlatan.
Tarabin.
Tarp.
Tarp.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright.
Tarp.
I want to show you one of my new chisel. This is a phrenology tool. If
Wait,
anyone wants some
grab
impromptu
your-
surgery,
Alright, now,
Put the
so
tarp
you need to
over
grab
the
that
body.
stone for sharpening the straight razor and sharpen your chisel up.
You did say tarp, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
there's-
put the tarp over the
Tarp
body.
All right. So you pull the tarp, and you see that there's a trunk underneath the tarp.
Open the trunk.
before we open the trunk,
Okay.
does it have any carvings on it?
oh, good question. See, you noggin's jogging.
You see that it's an expensive
See,
looking
good
travel
murder.
trunk. The traps are fastened
Lifts
and the
everybody's
latch is
spirit.
secured. Alright. On the outside of the trunk, you cannot see any ruins.
Okay. Ruins? But can we see any ruins?
Am I saying it wrong?
Yes.
No.
Ruins?
No, you're putting
you
a weird
said
inflection
ruin.
on it, which
But
is
you said
perfectly fine. We know what
ruins,
you
and ruins is a
Oh, have I been doing that?
yeah.
You've been saying ruins instead of runes, yes, but
But
it's
anyway,
fine. We
yeah.
knew what you meant.
Fun joke. But
It's like,
alright,
I didn't do
I
that.
chisel the lock off with my hammer, and you chisel.
You
there,
don't have your crowbar.
there are no locks, it's just a
You said
fasten.
it was
latch.
secured. Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, I stuck there like, it's.
You
Hold on.
flick it open, you open the chest.
Yeah.
I back away.
Oh, God.
Are there any feral frogs in there?
As you open the chest,
What?
There are 3 feral frogs going Budweiser.
Stop.
you see a folded black cloth with a handwritten letter resting on top. On the underside of the lid of the trunk are more warding sigils.
Uh-oh.
Within the trunk are Within the trunk are the materials mentioned within the journal that you were able to have from Rupert Merriweather.
That was hospital guy, right?
Yes.
So these are the ritual materials.
Yep. because
Read the letter first and foremost.
I did. They were. Oh. I
There's a
meant
letter
killed
you
them.
find in the box.
Right. No, in the actual letter, the journal, whatever that was in the original box, there were 5 people sitting inside the pentagram. There were like 2 guys wearing robes.
Rupert was the watcher to look for
He
benevolent
was the
spirits.
guardsman
Yeah.
watching for evil entities. And then they just lit a fire and chanted Latin for like 2 hours.
So,
March 23rd, 1877. I don't know why I'm putting this down on paper. It's probably a bad idea. But I feel the need to leave some kind of explanation for my actions and intent.
Old-timey radio show host?
It's English Captain Kirk.
Hold on, I gotta tune in.
I'm finding the knee.
When I took the sarcophagus from my uncle, I did not think it would be missed. I expected to be able to research it and return it later. I was such a fool. Despite believing in the powers we tried to summon, I grossly misunderstood the consequences. Now Robert is dead, and Harold is a madman. Oh God, we just...
Okay, before you finish, are you gonna read us War of the Worlds next?
Yes. Keep going.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Josh, War of the Worlds was.
I know what
okay,
World
okay.
is.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah, it's like,
Yes.
do you really?
Yeah, he saw
It's an
Tom
old
Cruise
radio
in it.
broadcast that
Who did the radio broadcast?
I don't know.
Who wrote the book?
That I don't know.
That's later on talk conversation. Keep going.
Right. I'm going back to the farmhouse to organize our things. I dread stepping foot again in that place, but I must make sure that our materials will be available again when we need them. Since the others are too shaken to attempt the banishment of the creature, I can only hope that the thing hasn't the power to remain in our reality for more than a few hours or days. At least it's bound to the house itself. I shall search for the means to destroy it before the last of us passes from this world, and it's released from the house, if it is still there. I believe I know where I can find the knowledge I need to drive the creature away without the assistance from others. I hear tales of mystics in New Orleans that know much of the true magics of this world. New Orleans.
That's the guy who got killed at the docks.
Knew it. I am leaving the gold box in Rupert's cab. I told him not to sell it or even have it appraised by anyone, but did not tell him why. He also seemed puzzled by my insistence not to live in Boston, but I believe he trusts my judgment, not to go into the danger unwittingly. My uncle does not know about our quote-unquote dark brotherhood, end quote. So, Rupert and the others will be safe from anyone looking for it. I'll be back to put things right again. Marion Allen. P.S. I write this before I close the lid on the trunk. The thing is still in the attic of the house. Dun, dun, dun.
And we almost
It
let that
seemed
one.
to recognize me and spoke foul curses to me. I will carve protective wards on the trunk to prevent any tampering with its contents, just in case.
So much for that.
If the worst should happen, approach the demon and, in a clear voice, shout, Klaatu, Barata, Nictum. The last was all scrawled out.
Really?
Really?
I believe it.
Was it really?
Oh, check that.
That's the end.
Yeah.
Did it really say Klaatu Barada Nick?
Yeah. It's all
Well, I mean, I made up the because it's all scrolled out.
I mean, we know. I mean, above board, we know what it is, but like, that's kind of silly.
I gotta see this because I love that goddamn movie. No, it does not say Klaatu Barada Nick.
Yeah. That's why I grabbed the paper because I'm like, does it actually say that on there? I have a copy right here, and I
So
thought.
there is a letter in this chest, and there's something under the black cloth.
Alright, do you open the chest more?
No!
Yeah, no. The
Sure,
chest is
yeah,
still
I'll
Search
scrolled
do
the
out.
chest. There could be
I
stuff
mean, yeah, now I'm
I
frantically.
grab, before we do anything, I take one of the ropes.
Okay.
I put
You
it on.
find 6 folded black robes, a cigar,
Cultist!
a cigar box, and a
One
sheaf
for
of
him,
yellowed
yeah.
papers.
Sheets of yellow paper, cigar box,
You put a chicken in a robe?
robes,
Yep.
convenient.
Alright, what's in the box?
Huh?
How much?
in the
What's in the
box?
box worth?
The cigar box?
What's in the cigar box?
Yeah, the
I will,
box we just
Oh, yeah,
opened.
no, I just said.
I would open the cigar
6 folded
box.
black robes, a
Yeah.
cigar box, and a sheaf of yellow papers. And you open the cigar box?
I look at the sheaf of yellow paper to see if there's any writing.
I'll hand them to you in just a moment.
Chop chop.
Boxes of brandished cigars date to the 1870s.
1870s,
Once opened,
definitely.
inside is a small metal canister containing a coarse and brownish powder, and a smaller wooden box with a sliding lid.
I've seen that in the Orient. They smoke it.
It's the cocoa.
Alright. Well, I open the sliding lid.
He has the box. It's a little cigar box.
Oh, yeah, but you said there was a box in there with a sliding lid.
No, within the cigar box itself.
Here's a box with a sliding lid.
Yes, but the cigar box is a little tiny thing like this.
Right, so you open the cigar
Yeah,
box,
open
you
the
take
cigar
out
box.
the second box, it has its box with a sliding lid.
Yeah. Well, he had it in his. Oh, yeah, you just take it. Okay. Yeah.
Or you open it, I don't care. Someone's opening the sliding lid.
Yeah. Within the smaller box is silvery, talcum powder-like substance.
Right.
Dust.
The
not
dust.
cocaine.
No, this is the dust they use during the ritual. Don't spill it.
Right.
Terrible cough.
God bless you.
There go our chances.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
We
in
got
smoke.
some
Bring
brown
it on.
powder, some white
Time to burn the
powder.
house down.
We have some yellow sheets or something, then we have some other stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking through the yellow sheets now to see if there's something to do.
Yeah, I mean, these instructions and what they were doing. Rituals can go many
Okay.
different ways.
So, we do something. I don't understand this. It says docking. Requires an even number of gentlemen.
Is it signed by a D and a B at the bottom?
All right, so
my
you
God, it
both
is.
take out the two papers.
What? Why do I get a picture and he gets words? You dick.
Make sure. Wait, is it Latin?
Yes,
Okay.
I can read that.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is it the Latin side? There's two sides.
Sic vis pacem parabellum. If you want peace, prepare for war.
All right, and now, all right.
Where's my powder? You put baby in the corner. Where's my powder?
Yeah.
Oh, did you want me to read it?
Yeah, you can roll a Latin check to translate it.
Does he really have to? He knows Latin.
It's just like reading English.
89. Oh, crap.
89.
I have language. I read it.
Latin.
You have Latin?
You didn't fill it out. It says language other.
Just take Latin. Yeah, that's the main translated language.
Actually, it was Greek.
No, you get Sumerian.
O spiritus vos per.
Wait.
I hate when
No.
they write Latin in cursive. Montentium set. Jesus Christ.
You have the star box. You have the six folded.
Exorciza per Santium Divinium Inan.
Okay, so you
Let me
make
read
the
it then.
pentagram, circle, and it's divine magic to send the creature back to its original place.
Hopefully, or something.
I don't remember that much Latin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's basically what it's saying, but I just wanted,
I heard
I never get the
axis
chance to like
deviate.
actually read Latin because it's a dead language.
Anyway,
Yeah.
My God.
here you go. You can now read the Latin.
Good job. All right, and you do find other notes that I.
That's
will
the
read
actual
out.
Latin.
Right.
Sweet powder.
So, aviat emptor,
Black powder.
sic vis pacem parabellum.
The robes.
Just like, oh spirit, I exercise thee, return you back from the place.
I saith 3 times, return to your domain.
Return the slab, But no, in the letter they chanted this crap for like hours at a time.
Yeah.
So everyone
So-
number up, get comfy.
That is, let me read this as you find other instructions within the actual.
Okay.
You find 6 sheets of paper that are all the same. All of them are copies of the same Latin chant.
Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka.
One sheet identifies the Latin chant as having been derived from a book called De Vermis Mysteriis. It also states that while the original chant detailed the ritual for releasing the spirit trapped inside the ancient amber, several words within the incantation have been replaced, changing the original summoning ritual to one of exorcism so that it may be used to dispel. One of the other sheet describes the description of a pentagram and says that the symbol must be drawn as part of the ritual. 3 sheets discuss the procedure of the ritual itself, which takes at least an hour to perform and must be started at midnight. While at least one person speaks aloud the ritual phrases, another person must draw the pentagram on the floor, while another burns a certain combination of chemicals in a fire nearby. Al's notes mention the chemicals resemble a brown powder, which he says he has prepared to store within these papers in a metal canister ready for use. While one person may perform the ritual chant, the notes recommend that several people take part, allowing each individual to occasionally interrupt their chanting without disturbing the overall ritual or its that word.
So basically keep passing to keep the chant going.
Okay. Now I have to
If the
ask
chant-
the real question here, Joe.
One moment. If the chant continues, at least one person reciting the repeating phrases aloud, the spirit must succumb. However, it warns that even the slightest disruption of the chanting may result in a failure, requiring another ritual to be performed on the following night. The note suggests that during the ritual, a watch will be posted lest the sorcerers be disturbed by the nuisances and distractions of malevolent spirits.
The malevolent,
Thus-
other malevolent spirits are going to be coming up.
Thus, these sheets can confirm that a 2-hour ritual using the chant provided, begun at midnight, will drive off the unwanted spirits.
Alright, gentlemen. I don't mind being the watcher while you guys do the magic chanting and shit. I just have to ask 3 questions right now before we start. Who here has a lighter on their inventory?
Yes.
Let me check my
Cigars.
pockets real
Or
quick.
matches?
Yep. Cigars. Arsonist.
We almost opened that attic.
Well, I have a lighter and cigarettes. I'm just
So-
looking for an excuse to get more ammunition
If they
from the
were
local store.
if they were correct, then the chanting has to be done non-stop, so we would best to take turns to maintain it and basically pick up, and then that person can take a rest.
Now,
while this
can you
person
guys
goes.
harmonize?
Well, I thought we all did it at the same time staggeringly. That way, if one person stops chanting, there's still two people
Yeah,
chanting.
do it like a row your
Yeah.
boat. You know,
Like
he
that.
starts, does a chorus, then you come in.
Yes.
So if he stops, you're already continuing.
excellent.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the real question is,
The row question. It's
Do
row,
we-
row, fight, power.
do we need to be in the same room?
Yes, you have to be inside the circle even. Well, no, the circle's being drawn.
No,
so who
no,
draws
no.
the circle?
Inside the same room as the demon.
Yeah, we need to be underneath the attic. But like, the question is, one of us has to, it said in the thing, one of us has to be drawing the circle while the others are chanting and one's a guardsman. So, who wants to draw the circle?
We only have 4 people.
Yeah, I know.
And
that
I'm
means
going to
only
be the
2 people
guardsman.
can chant.
Look, I have to ask the question. We haven't heard anything in the attic, and we haven't seen anything really spooky. I mean, yeah, we've had this unnerving feeling of something watching us, but it could have been the gentleman from down there. But
No,
I
no,
look
we
over.
already,
That
God has
feeling-
already declared it felt like the walls were watching
yeah,
us.
but that could also just be us.
Okay, Jack.
Messing for ourselves.
I know I'm
Didn't-
shooting
weren't
for the moon here.
Weren't you the one that paid psychics and you're now
But I like to go
skeptical?
Yeah,
upstairs
no, I've always-
and
look,
do
I want to find the
like,
truth. I want to find the real
spot
stuff.
hidden
But you know how many times
for
I've been
any
disappointed?
weapons upstairs to help with my guard.
How many times I've gone to some
as you
haunted
go upstairs
place
and do
and it was just
something.
some old guy in a mask trying to do some insurance scheme? Too many times to count.
29.
Then just believe it this time.
So,
I mean, if you
hard
want to do it, I'll
success.
do it. It's fine.
You
I've
don't
done
really
this kind of
find
stuff
any
before. It's
weapons
fun.
available. You do see the walking stick is probably the most weapon-like object in the house.
Is it a sword?
No, it isn't.
Alright, so guys, I may have to run to the nearby store, pick up some more ammunition if I'm going
They're
to be
closed. We got
running
here at
some
8
guard.
p.m.
It is.
I'm a cop. I can get into a building.
I checked my pocket watch. What
I'll
time
leave
is it?
some money on the counter for whatever I
In
purchase.
fact, good thing you mentioned that. It is just around sunset. Sunset.
Yeah, so I've got a little time.
So it's,
It only takes an hour and we have all night. How far is the nearest general
Oh,
store?
we have till midnight.
You know that Ross's
Start
corner
at
is about
yeah.
half an hour away.
And we
Yeah,
have
so I can drive over there, no
Yeah,
problem. Grab
totally.
it, get back. Does
started
anybody need
at
anything else
and
for
at
this
2
ritual?
in the
Hey,
morning.
grab some more lighters
Okay.
Should we get some candles so we can actually?
and firewood.
Should I get some candles? Yes.
As you all speak about what to do for the night and the ritual,
Maybe some food.
the sun does set.
Okay.
Shit.
And as you all are standing in the cellar,
Well, it was starting to come down. We got there.
yeah,
Yeah.
as you all are standing in the cellar at the moment over the dead body of the hobo, you do hear an ear-splitting shriek from above.
He's still deafened from the shotgun blast.
Not more. I heard that
You hear it roar above you and almost leave the house.
Shrieking
Okay.
into a roar, like inhuman, bestial. What?
An inhuman roar that makes you all roll a sanity check.
It's so bizarre.
I pass.
You pass.
Barely, but I pass.
95. I really don't pass.
0, 0,
That's
Don't
a
worry.
fumble.
It gets easier as you go.
No.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
0, 0, 1.
That's one.
That's a super pass.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's
You're
the
great.
best pass you can do.
Hell, maybe you didn't even hear it. You're just like, what are you guys freaking out about?
Because he's still deafened from my shotgun.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
So
That's
Meanwhile,
You
you
take
mopped
9.
yourself back to hearing, and the first thing you hear is a screech.
35.
What
Anyway.
did you get for your sanity?
47.
Which does that pass?
Yes, it
It would have.
If you wouldn't lose them before.
Maybe he hadn't lost 6 previously.
You only lose.
He's lost 7 so far, and he had 55.
Yeah, you only lose 3.
Okay.
You lose 9 because of the critical sanity loss. You do hear the
Are you a
screech,
zero?
screeching roar almost fly above you, and you hear it disappear what you believe into the woods.
Oh no. Let's.
To the car, gentlemen.
Let's go upstairs and see.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get upstairs. Let's get outside. Let's have a look around.
Any windows broken on the first floor? Any doors knocked open?
As you rush upstairs,
Yeah.
you see that the house has gotten darker, the only light coming from your flashlights.
Yep.
You see that as you shine among no windows that weren't already partially broken or broken, no damage to the inside of the house can be seen.
Does this house have electricity?
No, it's
No, it does not.
Okay. Yeah, it would be
You
so.
do see,
Okay.
as you do look, some oil lamps hanging off a hook.
Any oil in them?
You check, and there is none.
Alright, so we'll get oil,
Probably
we'll
get
get
some oil,
candles,
yeah.
Yeah, get some firewood.
To the car.
So the real question is, those protective wards, why were they even in place? Did they actually work to begin with? When the bear, what was containing it? How
Well,
did it
the
contain
whole
it?
premise was that the spell functioned while all of them were alive.
But they're not all alive.
They're not all alive anymore. Also, that could have just simply been a trick. He might have thrown his voice to
That
make
could have been one of the other spirits. I'm protecting you guys while you're
Exactly.
chanting.
He might have thrown his voice to make us think that he escaped. All kinds of tricks to get us
It
to
could
open the
also
attic.
be bound to have to return here. It only goes so
Yes,
far.
it could. All we have to do is complete the ritual. Doesn't say it has to be here.
Let's go outside and see if any upstairs attic windows are broken.
Yep.
I will go outside and look for. I will scan the horizon because I'm not that dumb. Do I see anything in the distance? Is it just dark? Any spooky fog or mist?
As you look outside, you see that it has become very dark outside.
Oh shit!
Like advanced dark.
Well, it is a new moon, so there is no moon.
Oh fucking A.
And it's the worst of the Twilight books.
Uh, the stars do shine very weakly above,
I'm a detective.
Still beautiful.
and still yet there is no sound coming from outside, where you would think bugs or crickets
Alright.
would start to make noise.
Alright. I look upstairs at the attic.
Wow.
Look for windows. Is there any windows on the?
Are you
upper-
outside?
Yes. I'll go outside. Basically, open the door. And I go outside and look for a window.
Alright. You look around. Let me just make sure I see this correctly. Okay. You look around and you do not see any windows to the attic.
I'll go around the
Okay,
house to
step.
make sure.
The roof is slightly bounded in places and there are shingles, but you don't see any holes at all.
Okay. I come back to the door going, guys, there's no windows upstairs, so the only way in and out of the attic is that trap door right there.
Right. So I move the table back from underneath that trap door and stick it over to the side like it never happened. And then I break it up for table wood.
Table wood?
Yeah, table wood. I'm gonna throw the fire.
Obviously so.
We have
Okay.
It
there's
came from
actually
table, so it is table wood.
I get in my car,
There's some
and I
more
drive to
windows.
the general store to go get the stuff we need.
Done.
Anybody coming with?
Is the
Yep.
chicken still in your pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody coming with?
Yes.
Yeah.
You?
Let's
What?
go ahead and get to the store, get some stuff.
Okay.
Yep. Even if they're not open, we just leave the money on the counter.
Plus, taking a break from this property might be a nice little thing to do real quick. Not to mention there's a body downstairs.
You all walk outside.
Yes.
The
That's
country
usually how
grass.
one gets outside.
Crunch of grass underneath your feet. Again, you have that very awkward feeling of some eyes upon you.
From the house or from the round? Or can't pinpoint?
You can't
Oh
pinpoint.
god.
You get into the car and you begin to drive away.
Yes.
27,
That's
my
exactly
occult.
what we do.
My occult eyes show me where this eyes are visiting.
Look at my occult I see
You see nothing.
Keeper of knowledge.
What? Like nothing occult?
Nothing occult.
I-
It's,
I-
You see nothing, you're
you
blind.
do not see anything.
So I don't even see the runes doing occult things.
You see the runes are still there if you shine a light on them. They're not glowing or anything.
I mean, that would be amazing if they
Well,
were.
yeah, occult eyes. They should see the glowing. But all right. Moving
You
on.
get into your car and drive back to Ross's Corner.
Yep.
You do see that the general store is closing.
That's perfectly fine. I stop him. I say we just need to pick up some stuff, and we'll be right out. Flash my badge real quick.
He looks at you and goes, "Officer, what are you doing in this town?"
Detective, boy,
Oh.
put some respect on it.
Also, you have like no jurisdiction here.
But I do have a shotgun in my hand with a flashlight taped to it. It's like, sir, I'm in the middle of an investigation. I need to do some quick shopping.
Are you here about Maggie? Maggie Fitter?
Possibly, but I'm currently handling another situation right now. I need to know where your hunting supplies are, candles, food, lamp oil would be nice.
Batteries.
We have.
All of those things.
I can't lighters actually.
Oh, and lighters.
Yes, we do have all those things you can acquire.
Cool.
They're required.
Here is $20 cash. More than enough to cover all of that and more. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Sir,
How many rounds of shotgun shell do I get? Just pick an arbitrary number. I don't care. They usually come in boxes of 5 to 10.
You get 9.
10, 20.
9 rounds is better than nothing.
You said something about Maggie?
Yeah. Sorry. A farmer's wife, Maggie Filter. She went after dark to check on their horses a couple nights ago. No one's seen her since.
Which farmhouse in the area that she presided at?
I don't rightly know. She lives slightly southwest.
Which way is the house?
West.
That means it's going out and it's feeding. It in its froggy form, trying to gain strength. Alright, we must go. Let us return. Do I buy the firewood?
There was firewood at the actual.
Okay.
Do you buy more
In the
firewood? Is that what you want?
I buy more firewood.
Okay, you get more firewood. Alright.
I'd like to ask the gentleman one thing before we leave. Just, good sir, just a quick question. Have you ever noticed anything unusual going on besides the missing woman? That's terrible. But anything else unusual, like maybe a predator in the area keeping the local wildlife a little
Loud
quiet?
shrieks, maybe. Loud shrieks, maybe.
That too.
We've seen
I mean-
spook.
We live out in the middle of nowhere. We hear a lot of weird sounds sometimes.
Yeah, but these are very loud shrieks.
Any particular predators in the area that are?
I mean, there was a grizzly bear spotted a couple.
Oh wait, I'm also going to need
Weeks
some
ago.
hammer and nails.
What can you tell about the farmhouse that's down in the southwest? The abandoned one.
You mean the west?
The west.
I mean, we know that it's owned by a man named Merriweather.
It used to be.
Not
Whip out the deed.
Oh, congratulations. Are you moving in?
Yes.
Yeah, just doing some renovation.
Oh, okay. Well,
Has anyone been seen around it other than Mr. Merriweather?
no, people here respect property. I mean, it's not our property, so we don't come on it. Otherwise, I mean, not really. Not a lot of new folks in town. There was a man. Actually, there was one man named. What was his name? It was. Yeah, he called himself Red Jake.
Red Jake.
Yeah, he worked with me for a day or two. I paid the man 32 cents just to restock the shelves.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. He seemed to be, not long in town, so he asked for a job to
A
do.
drifter type, kind of just moving on.
Yeah.
If I ever see Red Jake, I'll make sure to say hello.
Oh, well, I haven't seen him, so he probably just left today. He usually comes around near the end of the day to help me close up, but I figure he just left.
Usually moseys around 1 week of the month. Yeah.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys need from the store before this nice gentleman closes up?
Nope. Moving on.
Nope. So we got candles, we got lantern oil, shotgun shells, because I was running low. We got lighters. Did they work?
Yep.
Assuming all the lighters light.
Yeah.
Alright. I don't know, some sandwiches,
Should we get some salt?
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
pops.
Salt living park.
You like pop?
Chalk. Yeah. Do you have any chalk?
Just, my family came from Minnesota. We all said pop.
This isn't Minnesota, this is Massachusetts.
Minnesota.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Anyway,
chalk.
do we have any chalk or
We
white
have
rock?
some marking chalk.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
fun.
fine.
Just fine.
All right. He helps you out with whatever you wish.
Yeah, anybody using wood back
$20
then would have
was
been using
is a
marking
lot of
chalk to
money.
make the
You
cut.
paid him a pretty good ransom for. I mean, he's open.
$20. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's almost a shit ton of money.
That's almost $1,000.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
he's willing to give you whatever you wish.
Yeah, I mean, we use trying to close
Yeah.
it. We want to
Granted, this didn't come out of my daily 50, but we're okay. Now we've got everything we need. Wait, you got any cops for me? We're about to get into some stuff. I need some sanity upgrade. little grandpappy's old cough medicine.
We don't. I don't have any cough syrup.
The pharmacy would.
The pharmacy would, but they're closed for the night.
Alright, that door will open well enough under this crowbar. Let's go back to the house.
So we have one of everything, basically.
Oh, we have a couple,
Four
yeah.
of everything.
Yeah, and some shotmanship.
We would pick up anything that we have seen from the letters about for the ritual, right? We got everything that we could suspect for the ritual,
Yes.
as well as other things that we.
You had,
Okay,
from what the
little guy,
notes told
listen
you, you already
here.
had all the materials for the ritual
This
itself.
is a hand gun.
The brown powder required
Well,
is
that
in that
sucks
cigar box
because
you
if I
found,
drop,
along with the
this is your
silvery
last
powder
line
that you
of
don't know the
defense.
use of yet.
I'm
Unless you
I'm,
in your
I'm
notes.
assuming that might be the dust
What?
of blah blah blah,
Using handgun.
gin something where you just.
So something
I
happens
think- I
to
don't
me, you got 8 shots. Do
I don't
what you
know.
can.
My character has an idea.
Okay.
I guess we go back to the house of the shrieking addict.
It should do 1d10 plus 2 at a range of 15.
Alright. So
I'm giving him the handgun in case something happens to me.
you drive back to the farmhouse. Again, it is very dark
It's a
outside.
45 automatic.
You pull up. Your car is still there. Thankfully, no one stole it.
Running back for me from the wall.
People respect
This is
property around here.
1920. No one, yeah, that was.
Please
You
don't
do
shoot
notice, though, that your trunk.
No.
As you walk past it,
No.
you do see that there seems to be something dripping.
Your other 2 chickens, they fought to the death.
No.
So it would seem. Alright, I open the trunk.
Alright. So you unlock the trunk and open it.
Mm-hmm.
Out
Okay.
comes a Cthulhu.
And within the trunk, you see your 2 chickens dead.
Yeah, see? See? This is why I buy those cave canaries. That's what these are. Everything is fucked.
They're house chickens?
Same thing.
Blood covers your trunk.
It was already red.
That's why I'm glad we didn't use my car for
Oh,
that.
last, but what?
Huh? Yeah. Close the trunk. Alright, I'll eat those later.
Now, my question was: was his trunk covered with blood before or after he put the chickens in?
I mean,
Yeah.
you have to investigate that.
I open it up. Looks the same to me.
He's got to keep it moist so the demons will get through.
Well, I guess no one else noticed that.
One problem at a time. I noticed that, but I'm just like, that's not just true.
That sounds like a whole lot of not my problem.
Exactly. Let's go deal with.
Let's say
You
it
wanna
was
buy some
half
more
hour
chickens
there.
while we're
You
in
spend
town?
maybe half an hour
have time.
Yeah.
going through,
So it
half
should
an hour
only be
drive
about
back.
9:30
Well, actually, it
right
would have been a
now.
little
We
bit
can
longer
start
because
till
it's
midnight.
darker now and you kind of take your time.
Yeah, we're not used to this area.
Let's say it's about 11 o'clock now.
So were we?
Alright,
Did we
so
get
I'm
the
filling
film?
lanterns with lantern oil, starting a fire in the fireplace so we can see. Putting up some candles, we're making sandwiches, we're bullshit.
So we don't have to go in the attic, just right below the entrance, correct?
Yes. As
I trust
we don't
Your
know,
instructions.
actually know. Yeah, there we go.
Your instructions.
He's got a good head in his trunk. I mean, on his shoulders.
Turns out the chicken in his trench coat is a
I
villain all along.
apologize. I'm trying to find the exact. Yeah, there.
Oh my god. It's the evil outsider. Colonel
Oh, there it is.
Saunders. He's a giant
Takes 1
chicken
hour to
who
perform
fries
must be
people.
started at midnight. While at least one person speaks to the ground, allow the ritual phrases, another person must draw the pentagram on the floor, while another burns a certain combination of chemicals in a fire nearby. Alan's notes mentions the chemicals must resemble, or the chemicals represent. Fucking hell. Alan's notes mention that the chemicals resemble a brown powder, which he says he is prepared to store within the canister that you have.
Mm-hmm.
While one person may perform the ritual, the notes recommend that several people take part, allowing each individual to occasionally interrupt their chanting without disturbing the overall ritual or its potential. That word. If the chant is continuous, with at least one person reciting the repeating phrases aloud, the spirit must succumb. However, it is warned that even the slightest disruption of the chanting may result in a failure, requiring another ritual to be performed on the following night.
Alright, so
It
we can
does
all
rec-
chant, but we all need to do
But
our
it
own
doesn't
jobs.
seem to recommend where.
No, not really. It just recommends in the house itself.
Alright, so my personal recommendation, for safety's sake, would be the basement.
You think?
It can.
One entrance, one exit, things can only come at us from one direction. Much easier for me to handle with a shotgun than anywhere
But
else. in
we're
the
also
building.
stuck in the basement with only one way out. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
if we went through the...
Oh, did you think we were gonna survive this if we fuck it up?
No,
I
let me
mean-
just point out, like, you know, like let's say hypothetically this thing ate my chickens, which yeah,
It can go in.
This
The
ain't
chickens
no
are still there.
chicken, son.
yeah, but they were like brutalized. So if this thing tenderized my tendies, then it can go through solid objects. So I'm going to suggest not going to basement because we want multiple egress areas.
But you see, the thing is, I don't want to have to cover multiple directions trying to
We're gonna
protect
have
you
to
guys.
anyway. Because like if it just stands at the door and then comes down and like long ranges us, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I can just keep the gun trained at the door no matter what.
Oh yeah, that's true. But
Like, I could be standing at the bottom of the stairs, pointed up, flashlight off, ready to rock and roll. Meanwhile, I only have to point it in one direction and keep my eye on
it
that.
doesn't matter anyway. We have to do it in the fireplace.
There's a fireplace downstairs, in the basement,
There's
remember?
not. There's only an iron stove. There's lumber in the bottom.
So, alright. So.
Yeah.
We do
we
need
do
the
need to do it in
fireplace,
the
so it has to be this back room.
Alright, well, good thing I bought
Front
that
room.
hammer and nails.
Yes, the front room had the iron
idea.
stove.
Alright, so
Yeah,
somebody
but we
help
use the
me
back
move
room,
that
the
table
fireplace,
over
and
to the
attic
front
entrance.
living room area.
Yeah.
Separate. Alright, so you told me there's a doorway between the front living room area and the kitchen
There's
with
a fireplace. I
fireplace.
apologize.
Okay, I heard right then.
Okay.
But yeah, then we'll do the back
You can
room.
either use the
Can I
iron
see a
stove-
map of the room, please? I can
yes,
see you have something like that over there.
I'll send a picture of it,
Mug, yeah.
which I should have done to start with.
Yes.
Nothing weird that you would not want to share to you.
Yeah. I'm a huge metagamer.
Yeah, the arrow points to the frog right there, actually.
I just want to make sure there's no like.
No, spoiler, I got it.
Yeah, spoilers.
Oh, yeah, no. Like finding out the MacGuffin.
Hey, we took care of the frog at the get-go, so we're pretty safe.
Oh, no, I meant the
nice
the
picture.
book's just a MacGuffin, guys.
Yeah, we'll remember
Metagame.
him greatly.
Yeah.
Right, there's the picture of the room. If you zoom in on the right
Right.
side. is
So
the
we
back
are
room.
on the main floor, so that should be the top middle.
Yep.
Cellar, attic, first floor. Okay, so what I need somebody to help me to take the door, the table at number 2,
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps even the table from the just above the stove at 7. And we're gonna block off that doorway right under 2 to block off this room and help mitigate the amount of egress could be taken.
Maintaining number 1 as an emergency escape. Okay.
Yeah, so basically you see the window next to the armchair in this room.
Yeah.
And then there's the tarp at 6 with another window.
We did investigate the stuff on the table, right?
Yes, there's nothing really.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'd
I'll
like to
help
grab
them.
these tables, start blocking off exits and
Yeah.
entrance with the wood and with the hammer and the nails.
Yeah, I'll help him set up how he wants to barricade and situate.
Yeah, basically it's either block off the windows and then just put something in the middle of the doorway so nothing can just walk through. Slow it down so I got enough time to act.
Sure. We either complete this ritual or die trying.
Exactly.
I mean, why come back tomorrow and try again?
Because we'll be dead.
Exactly.
And we'll be the ghosts.
I
So
mean-
the ghosts will do it.
Kind of sad I don't get to see the thing, but
Don't
Oh,
worry.
who says we won't?
Well,
Well, maybe
in,
should.
in the
Expect that.
book,
Thank you, Dylan. You're doing a wonderful job.
yes,
Oh.
in the book, that silver powder is actually used to reveal the demon. So that might be the use for it here.
Well, give me a pinch. I'll load it
Maybe.
into a shotgun shell.
That's actually not a bad idea. But Horror at Red Hook is one of the 3 books that entitles this whole scenario. And the frog.
He's metagaming. Kick his ass.
I know. As you speak, a dark form looms behind you. Lightning strikes.
You hear rocks falling from a distance.
Hey, I can't help but having a high occult knowledge.
No, it's good actually. It helps. Adds the paranoia state to this because you have no idea what I'm actually drawing from.
Well,
Yes.
I've read all of the books except like a few, but multiple times. So you know.
you're very familiar with these type of scenarios and what
So-
And I've watched Reanimator at least 5.
I know. So midnight draws near.
we barricade.
No, it doesn't draw. It doesn't even have
It rises near. Okay, so we draw the pentagram circle.
Wait, no, we have to be drawing it
Oh, during the ritual.
during the ritual.
Gotcha.
You know, the
Ooga
instant-
chapo.
the instant you start
Ooga
drawing and
Ooga
changing
chapo.
it,
I can't fight this feeling.
that monster is coming towards us.
And I would have ahead of time wrote all this down in
Rising.
my book just as a.
All right. So we should have taken care of any potential attacks out of nowhere. I can just watch that main doorway leading to the next room.
I'm gonna go ahead and scroll the chant on all the walls, so we all have a copy we can easily read from any direction.
That's smart with chalk. Just write it out, son. One on every wall so anyone can read it.
Yeah.
Nice big clear handwriting.
No, you do have copies of the actual paper.
Yeah, but
Okay.
isn't it easier
That
to
works.
just write it in big handprint on the wall so you can look in any direction and go, oh, there,
You can, you know.
oh, there. Even on the ceiling, oh, there.
All right, let's have fun with this, I guess.
Yep.
Alright. So, you all equip the robes, except the Watcher.
I'll put on robes too if I have to.
Alright, you put on the robes. Who is doing what?
I'm the Watcher.
You're the Watcher.
I'll start with drawing it. You know.
He's
I'll
drawing.
Just for
burn
funsies,
stuff.
hand him the pentagram if you would. So he knows
I
what
can't
he's
reach
drawing.
that far. I don't want to give Jamie a lap dance. That's
Okay.
right.
I'll burn the
It's not
powder.
you, it's me.
You're burning the powders.
Well, the powder, the brown.
And the person who can speak Latin does the Latin chant. That's actually perfect. There you go. Yeah.
But no, we're all doing the Latin chant. But that is his primary function.
Okay.
I thought his primary function was to bring me butter.
So,
That is his point in life, yes.
as you begin the ritual, the chalk crawls on the ground, marking out the pentagram. You begin the chant. It almost seems.
Say the words. Say you hear screams, Josh.
Oh,
You begin your chant in Latin. It almost seems like the words are pulling themselves out of your own mouth.
Ugis chakis, ugis chakis, ugis.
You begin to burn your powders in the fireplace.
powder.
Powder.
Just check
The
it.
brown substance that was given to you.
What
out
about
of
the
his
silver
mouth.
substance?
You can burn that as well if you'd like.
No.
Okay. So, you begin to burn the brown powder.
Yeah, what do we even know about this silver powder?
It's
in
called
the
the
box.
dust of.
It is in your no. It is in the
Is it part of the ritual?
Yes. No, it's not part. It's not part of the ritual, but it does reveal
See?
what the form of the.
There we go.
Alright,
the
give me
demon.
some of that powder.
Yeah,
It's-
you have to throw it up.
Dust of Ibn Ghazi. That's what
Alright,
it's
give
called.
me some of the dust of Ibn Ghazi.
Dust of Ibn Ghazi.
I'm going to put just the littlest bit down the shotgun barrel, wait for the homie to show up. So if I light him up, oh, hey,
a
look.
little bit in a bottle of this.
Now
So-
that, now that
for the first 20 minutes of the ritual. You finish burning the powders. The fire begins to spark and change into colors never before seen.
Alright, now I'm going to tell you guys a scary story.
Begin this.
You all begin to take up the chant.
We've been chanting this whole time.
More directly, you were focusing on doing your own tasks, and now
Yeah.
you're focusing on now just chanting. You begin to look out the windows, check the doors, the barricaded doors, correct?
Yeah, I barricaded doors and windows.
And just checking to
Right.
make sure they're still good. After 20 minutes, you hear something scratch and shuffle above you. Within moments, the creature sets up to an awful howling, interspersed with grunts and foul curses in language you do not understand. You hear something as almost as if it's trying to dig through the ceiling, and it gets only louder and louder. The old house sways and creaks, the sudden jolt shaking it to its foundations, and objects begin to fall from the shelves and roll across the floor. The violence and noise continues for a good amount of time. You all begin to fear that the house is going to come down on top of you. And then you begin to smell something terrible coming from the attic. Almost like the scent of rotting mucus upon the corpse of a long dead thing.
I've
smell
smelled
of
corpses
decaying
before, I
corpses.
have no fear.
Alright, everyone roll luck.
Alright, do you
trying
want
to
to roll
be-
below our luck or above our luck?
Below. Always below.
Always below, got it.
Oh,
Where is luck?
it's right below the word
did
Call
it!
of Cthulhu.
I did it!
Okay.
95.
You fumbled.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the wrong one.
Yeah, your luck should be like 55 too, dude.
Ooga chugga.
51.
Did you succeed?
My luck is 50.
Not 65.
I passed.
That's not good.
I super failed.
All right.
Ooga chugga.
Roll me a power.
Roll you of power.
This is your force of will.
You got a good power. You got a solid six.
And you're going to need
a
a
great success?
you're going to need a hard success.
A hard success.
Yes, it's lower than half. In order to pass this.
I mean, he succeeded by more than 20.
47. My power is 60.
Alright.
No.
So, alright. Everyone here, except you,
Ooga chugga.
takes 2 damage as a sickly green fluid begins to drip from the ceiling, splashing against your clothes and beginning to burn it. You're able to move away from the drops.
I'm gonna start grabbing them and like a gentle pull out of the way of the green so they can concentrate on their ritual.
You both are unable to continue your chanting for a moment as the pain exceeds you. You are just able to hold on to the chant.
But he chants too.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah, I'll
He's
start
holding it.
following his chant if I have to.
Yeah, you should be chanting.
Because I don't need to concentrate to chant to phonetically chant what these guys are chanting.
Okay.
I get back into the. I look for where he's at, and then like.
Ooga chaka,
Ooga chaka.
ooga chaka, ooga 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 chaka, ooga 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 chaka, ooga ooga chaka. Oh, sorry, it's in Latin. Oogas chakas, oogas chakas, oogas chakas, oogas chakas.
After a couple more moments, the thing goes silent.
Take a little bit of that powder.
Roll a listen check.
I actually have this too. I passed.
A wisdom
Fast.
check, you said?
Okay. 25.
Look, dude, I have 60 in it,
Mhm.
and there's the 20%.
Yeah. Alright. So, those who passed, you hear a soft scream for help coming from outside.
It's a trap.
Yep. It's a trap.
Okay.
You
Seen
should
it
be
many
chanting.
times.
I failed, so I didn't hear it. So Ooga
Ooga
chugga.
chaka,
As you
chaka,
look-
chaka. Oh yeah, I didn't hear it either.
Right.
Ooga chaka.
As you look outside, you see the face of a pale, bloody woman dragging herself along the ground.
I turn my back.
She sees the lights coming from the windows and tries to call out for help.
That sounds like an entire plate of borrowed trouble I don't need.
Okay. Roll
I
me-
turn my back. I don't let anybody know about it.
Yeah,
I also
never heard
would hear it
shit.
because I passed as well.
Yep. And I
You
look
see
at him
a
and I go
screaming,
like,
bloody woman outside calling for help.
I thought you were doing the ritual.
I am, but I also had to do a listen check.
Yeah, but doesn't mean you can get up to go out the window.
No,
and
he's
look.
standing. You can just take a glance.
I thought I boarded up the windows. How can you take a glance if I boarded up the windows?
He did board up the windows.
So you board. Okay, I apologize. You aren't able to see it, but you do hear the cries for help coming from outside.
Yeah, I was willing to accept that if I could walk to the window and look at like a little unframed corner, that's fine, but
Ooga chugga.
once again, they're concentrating on the ritual, I'm the watcher.
Yeah, plus
We're good.
We're not supposed
I
to
let
leave
you
the
know
circle.
we're good. It's a trap.
That too.
Or we're supposed to be right here in the circle.
We're supposed to like be.
Let me lie to. Oh wait, I will
No,
roll the
that's not-
persuasion if I have to. I'll roll the persuasion if I have to.
If he can't see where it's coming from,
Yeah.
but only you're the only person that got that detail. So if he doesn't go for it, then
He heard the scream.
All
but
right,
he can't
now
identify
for
what
my
it was.
sanity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's my ex.
Now you get a bonus.
36 against my 55. I'm
You're
good.
perfectly fine.
I've seen some stuff, man.
As the ritual continues, the crawling woman you're watching from the window gets closer and closer until finally she begins to stand up.
You shipped 2 chickens.
From the light that's coming from the cracks in the window, you can't really see her like fully. You just kind of see her profile. But you do notice the hole in her chest as she begins to walk toward the little farmhouse you're standing in.
We have a creature approaching. If I yell breaching clear, be prepared for a loud bang. That is the end.
Alright. Roll me another listen check.
I choose to fail.
I fail hard anyway.
No.
Does everyone choose to fail?
No, I do not choose to fail to listen.
Yeah, I just did.
It's my job.
Okay.
Keep rolling like 40, 50s. And
I pass again.
Okay.
I fail.
Fail. Everyone fails. You hear something move in the cellar.
Once again, don't borrow trouble.
Okay.
Once again, I'm guarding this room. Nothing has entered this room but a green acid.
Okay. As you are guarding the room, I'm going to roll to you.
Oh no, Bruce!
Okay. You hear a moan.
What, good or bad?
Very bad. As you turn, you see the body of the hobo rushing toward.
I thought he was in the cellar.
He was.
Didn't we
All right, where is he at?
everything? We barricaded everything.
You didn't? Did you barricade the cellar close?
Well, we barricaded the door between this room and the other room where the cellar door is.
There is no door in between.
There is an archway, and there is a
Where the
large
little
table right next to that archway that I braced that with. The small round table in the next room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the small round is covering one window. The next big dinner table is covering the second window,
Okay.
and they're nailed up.
So he has difficult terrain to get to us, I suppose.
Yeah, basically, he'd have to bust through an old wood farm table.
All right. Let me look and see what it's. Okay. So he then will try to break through your barricade.
Okay.
You also hear the woman outside begin to bang on the windows.
I don't hear shit. I'm chanting real loud with my fingers in my ears.
Yeah, that's smart.
All right. He's able to push through the old table.
Breach and clear.
All right. Now you get a plus 50 to your dex roll. So we're gonna go into initiative,
dex roll?
essentially. Yeah. So dex is your
what?
initiative.
Okay. I get a plus 50 to mine.
Yes. So what's your dex right now?
55.
So you're at 105.
5.
So that's gonna be you because you have the gun drawn and ready.
Yeah.
Okay. His is 16. All right. Everyone say your dex scores quick.
55.
55. So, alright. Gary?
50.
50? Okay. Made the good guess.
79.
85 is my dex score.
85.
That's my actual score. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be Tom, Blake, guy with hole in chest,
Yeah. If it's just what our score is, then yeah, it's 85.
Lou,
I rolled
Janie,
100, that matters.
woman bleeding outside.
And, don't forget, everyone's favorite.
Sathaga?
Beep. Okay.
The frog.
Sathaga. Safraga.
Turns on the environmental place. There's a frog just.
Alright. So, you get to act first, as you do have the higher deck.
I am going to put down the guy immediately in the room who's got the hole in his shoulder.
Go back to sleep, man. The job's not done.
Alright. Oh, wow, I was actually wrong. Never mind, I was looking at the wrong one. He is actually at the bottom.
He's in the what?
He's at the
His
bottom.
dex is lower because he's a zombie.
Okay.
Alright.
But upon noticing that he's aiming the gun,
You do.
I'll be Uga Chaga, what covers my ears.
I yelled breach and clear to let
As you
everybody
see the
know I'd
dead
be
hobo
fired.
come toward all of you, you are forced to take 3 sanity loss.
All the.
Yes.
Just force, we don't get to roll again?
Chanting.
Yes.
I know, see nothing.
Even though I caused that?
Yes. You did cause that.
But normally they don't get back up when you do that.
It's not the first time I shot someone and they stood back up.
Okay. So, fire away.
All right. Do I roll to attack or just roll damage?
So you're going to fire in melee combat.
It's a shotgun. It's made
You're
for
going to
firing in the
roll one
melee.
penalty die.
It's got a range of 5 to 15.
Yeah, but you're still rolling a melee, so you're going to roll one penalty die. So it's another D10.
All right.
And so you're going to add it to your score.
And pass.
Pass. Okay.
Barely contair, but a pass.
All right. You fire. The shots rocket into his chest. How much damage do you do?
12.
12 damage?
Yep.
All right. You blow yet another hole through the man.
Is he down?
Just like blowing people, man.
He does fall to the ground.
All right. Cock the shotgun. Prepare for the red woman on my next turn, I'm guessing.
All right. She is scraping, slamming at the windows, the doors, everything she can think of, but
She's not getting in.
she's not getting in.
Okay, well then I don't need to fire on her yet.
Welcome. So, we are in the last 5 minutes of the ritual.
She's banging.
Oh, cool.
He's shooting.
Ew.
As the last 5 minutes commence, the sound from outside of a woman banging falls silent.
Crazy.
And you begin to notice a gray vapor begin to leak from the ceiling.
I throw some dust at it.
Interesting.
Like the one good guy.
The silver dust you guys gave me. I throw a pinch at it. Just.
You kind of illuminate it more. You can see the dark, thick, oily cloud coming down. Within a couple moments, though, it goes back into that vapor form
Okay.
I throw more.
and begins to coalesce in the middle of the pentagram.
It's working. Listen, we don't talk about hell when dealing with demons.
As it begins to form, it turns into what looks to be Rupert Merriweather sitting in the middle of the circle.
Damn you, Rupert.
Does he look sickly?
Uh,
Healthy? Younger?
he looks the same way you saw him just a couple days ago.
Die.
Ooga chugga, ooga
Let's
chugga.
say.
Dude, put the pants on.
So he.
The gown's on backwards now.
How does? The real question is, how does this demon know? what
I want everyone to roll a psychology roll.
You're asking a lot.
Why am I trained in psychology?
I pass.
Pass? Okay.
I pass.
Pass.
I technically failed because 42 over 20, so. I did only a little psychology, alright.
Alright, as you look and see past the disguise that it wears, you see that the beast in front of you is a roiling black mass of gnashing jaws, tentacles, razor-sharp teeth, beaks of all forms kind of interspersing between its form, unable to stay for more than a few moments at a time. You both take... Where is it?
What?
Alright, roll a sanity check.
Who?
The ones
Both of
who
you-
see the form.
Yeah, whoever saw the form, so whoever passed.
I
So
pass.
whoever did the pass the psychology?
Yes, I pass. You pass.
I failed.
Alright. You're going to take 15 sanity loss.
But we passed.
He failed.
Oh.
You were able to look past it, and now you look at its cranium, or the ones that are formed.
You're just trying to focus on the cranes that they form. Oh, yeah, it's very nice, very nice.
So educational. Oh, nice. Symmetrical. Oh.
I just
So
smack you.
large.
Ooga chugga, ooga chugga.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. As its form lays coalescing, you both see Rupert Merriweather, and you see the whirling black mass of tentacles and gnashing maws, and you hear it speak. What is it you wish?
Ooga cha-cha, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
I got this video.
What is it you wish?
Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
Your wish has been granted.
The Stay Puft Marshall?
Guys, think of nothing. Just clear your mind.
Right.
Right.
See, I would be the Ray in that situation. Tom, clear your mind. I tried to think of something that could possibly harm us.
All right.
What was it? It
For a
was
few
dealing-
moments, it keeps trying to entice you, but slowly it begins to realize you are unshakable in that term. So for you two,
Shit, I'm into
unable
it.
to do it to both of you, it begins to make the form of Rupert Merriweather deglove itself.
Nice.
Glove itself?
Take its own flesh off.
No. Oh.
I
Dude.
do this for you guys. I make sure to block all of their views of the Rupert Merriweather in the center of the room using my cultist robes,
How close are you going to get to the pentagram?
unseen.
just to the outer edge, but enough to block them.
Alright. I'm going to make them roll a sanity roll for that horrific sight. So as you move in to like try to block it a moment afterwards.
I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
I pass. I've seen worse.
No, you've already seen the other thing. I can't show you worse.
It wasn't the
So
other way
we don't
around.
need to
It's
roll
an
this.
8,
It just
not
needs
80.
to.
Oh, it's an 8?
Yes, so...
You want to see something better? 007.
So yes.
That's
008.
one better.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey Blake, what's funnier than 8?
So we pass our sanity.
Meanwhile, this looks very bad. I've just opened my cultist robes to this guy taking his flesh off.
And then it notices that you're no longer holding your shotgun.
I'm still holding the shotgun.
Alright. Finally, as you get the final moments of the chanting, the thing screams an unearthly howl and begins to glow with a bright light,
Purple.
shining the entire room with such blinding radiance that you all begin to go a little bit blind.
I close my eyes and I go, okay. But yeah.
I'm wearing
And
sunglasses.
with the crack of something like thunder, the pentagram is empty.
Damn it, he got free. Wait, is the bloody girl still at the window?
They went silent as soon as the thing began to coalesce into the
Ah, cool.
pentagram.
We're good, guys.
And so,
Dude,
you have
We do the ritual as long as we're supposed to.
Yeah, we keep chanting.
the ritual is now complete. Congratulations. You have been able to dismiss the unholy presence from this
say we're talking again.
dimension.
I am amazed at this. Start writing shit down. And, I mean, these guys
You
trying to
all
rip
would
its skin off.
receive a sanity bonus for doing such a thing.
Is it more than 15?
Is it so good? Oh god, it's gone forever.
You each will get 15 sanity back.
Son of a bitch.
Not full, but closer.
No one went to 0, right?
Nope.
No, but I got to
Nah.
40 and I wanted to get back up.
Not this time. I'm only 3 away from my original amount.
As you vacate the farmhouse, which
And your pants.
you walk outside to see the dead corpse of what must be Maggie Felter,
This poor woman.
leaning up against the wall, completely dead.
I
You
got it.
decide to
Check her skull.
Well, at least off 2.
Ah, Philanderer.
you decide, and in fact, in order to make it easier,
She was suffering voyeurism.
you. What do you do with the bodies? If I may
Burn
ask?
them.
Yeah.
We dig a hole, burn them, and then after they're burned to ash, we bury them.
There's plenty of firewood. I bought extra.
Should we report the
No. Nope.
You bet. What is my job?
Well, I mean, her at least.
No.
I'll
No
report
one
it. I
needs
will
to know.
report it to the South 13, and we will handle this in accordance with how we handle this situations.
Okay.
Yep.
I would like to say congratulations to the investigators for successfully solving this case. Good job. There were several moments there where I really thought bad things were going to happen, but you all
I
successfully.
brought a gun.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, what are we gonna need a gun for? There's no combat.
And even if there's one combat, that's why
There's
you
two. There's one guy killed twice by the same gun.
Yeah, amazingly enough. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And
You can't make us.
yeah, I tried to.
Until the next case.
Until the next case, where we may or may not be using the same characters, depending on how you guys want to play.
I'm bringing him back.
Bringing them back. All right. Well, until next time.
Oh, I'm gonna play an old guy again.
No, you can
Older.
play a new
It's gonna be like
character.
20 years in the future. So
Oh,
you're
he's gonna be dead.
If it's gonna be 20 years in the future, he'd have retired by then.
Yeah. All right. But good night, everybody. And
That sweet cop.
congratulations again.
Oh,